Yep, that should be everything. So, look at that cursor moving through the screen there. So, hello everyone. It's your failed programming error that just refuses to be fixed. Code here, and today it's Saturday. Saturday means it's the DLC day, as I'm sure some of you are well aware. And we're gonna be playing our Castle of Walls again today. Now, we got started on this during the week because we wrapped up well, we already wrapped up Club Meetings Season 2 collection, and since Season 3 is not yet out, I decided to pick up this one in the meantime. And so far this mod has definitely been unique. It's definitely an interesting experience. Yeah, it's a bit of a retelling of the original game so far, but we'll see how that differs going forward. So last time we finished the first 2 chapters, also thanks for the headpads, that is always the nicest way to greet someone. But yeah, we finished the first 2 chapters last time, and today we're starting chapter 3, probably finishing chapter 3, and we'll see how far we get into chapter 4, because again the length of these chapters is apparently very inconsistent. Load. How are you? I am doing quite well. I am just upset over one thing, and that is the fact that I'm gonna get a little bit more busy again in the future, meaning we'll be back to 2 streams a week going forward. Like, going forward again, we will be limited to Fridays and Saturdays, because I am busy, and maybe the occasional 3rd stream during the week if I can squeeze it in. But yeah, I really wanted to do more streams while I had the time, but I didn't have as much time as I would have liked. But I did at least manage to get a few extra streams in. And that's that. That's alright. Other than that, I'm doing fantastic. I hope you're doing well too. It is wintertime in the city. There's very little traffic around, both people and automobile-wise. The snowfall is rather light today, which makes for an enjoyable atmosphere. The main holidays may be a few months away from us, but that isn't stopping me and my mom from enjoying our time together while we go shopping. I'm really happy that I get to spend the day with her. There's nothing more I could ask for right now. She's someone I never want to lose. As we're making our way down to the not-so-crowded streets, my mom doesn't seem to mind that I've got my arm wrapped around her as we walk to our destination. I am continuing to draw, the usual. Continuously improving. That is good. It makes me feel more safe. Mom, can we go to the toy store today? I haven't been there in so long. Of course, I don't see why not, you know. She smiles warmly at me, which adds to my excitement for the day. Thanks, Mom, you're the best. My grip on her tightens a little bit. No problem, sweetheart. Has school been going okay for you? Yeah, things are going decent. My counselor I see once a week is really nice and has helped me out with dealing with people. Well, that's good. I'm happy to see how much you're improving, you know. Me too. What about you and Dad? Things been going well? We're keeping things afloat. Gotta make some time for our favorite son, you know. Can't help but smile and bury the side of my head into my mom's arm at her remarks. As I mentioned before, the holidays haven't quite reached us yet, but seeming that I rarely get to spend time with my parents, I guess the 2 of us going to the toy store would be considered a special occasion. As we approach and enter the store, we notice that there are no... And Spinne is here too. That again is also one way to make oneself known. Very different approach to Viking, but okay. Welcome to the stream. As we approach and enter the store, we notice that there are no employees at the front counter. They're on break or something. They're around here somewhere. As I'm looking at everything the store has to offer, my mom calls out to me. Coach, remember dear, try to keep it under $20 today. Right. Notice me somehow. You have been noticed. I smile back at her and begin my journey through the store. While this place is filled with all sorts of cool things, my interests are rather limited. Usually when something captures my full interest, it becomes a majority of what I think about for months. Sometimes even years. I think the word for that is hyperfixation. Ah, we all know about that. We all know a thing or two about hyperfixations, don't we? Throwing something in head pad costs both the same. It is true. Same cost, very different feeling. So that's really the opposite. Yeah, I know, right? After looking around for a little bit, I find something that catches my eye. Should I have something to counterbalance the anvil as well? Because the anvil is like the super throw. So should there be like a super head pad equivalent? I don't know what that would even be. But maybe it's worth considering. He brings me joy. After looking around a bit, I find something that catches my eye. Walking over to the aisle it's in, eyes on the prize, I reach out and grab it. Big hand. We saw Big Hand before. I remember seeing the Big Hand. It was entirely accidental, but it did happen. Reach out and grab it. It's a Thomas the Tank Engine die-cast metal train sealed in the portrait art style package. But it's one I've never seen before. Headpack greeting brings joy to God and myself. Throwing, however, only gives joy to the user, but no. There you go. The question is, do you want to share the joy? So yeah, Nakfu, good evening! Welcome to the stream, good evening indeed. Better idea, oh no, there's a better idea from Spinner. And Neon's here too, welcome! How is everyone? Big hand on big hand, or smaller hands patting each other, or the multi-head pad. I don't even know how I would go about setting that up. I'll think of something in the future, we'll see. It's one I've never seen before. Twin pack of Donald and Douglas? Out of all 85 released with this kind of package, I've never seen this one in my life. I must have it. Taking my treasure and keeping it stuffed between my left arm and body, my eyes land on quite a few dollar bills I see conveniently scattered across the store grounds. Oh man, I can buy more stuff and my mom will be able to as well. Okay. There were no employees at the counter and there's money scattered on the ground. Did we walk in on a store that has been robbed? But Rob isn't even here yet. But no, seriously, did we walk in on a store that's just been robbed and that's why there's no employees and there's money on the ground? That's the only conclusion I can come to right now. The only sus, erected hand, that is the thing. Hello, I'm here, you are indeed here. Welcome to the stream. We're just in the store and just noticed the money on the ground. So I am very worried, in fact, that this might be, that there might have been a robbery. I mean, what other conclusion is there? Money on the ground, no employees. This is either a robbery or a dream. Honestly, at this point, we can hope for the it's all a dream scenario. Right? Can buy more stuff and my mom will be able to as well. Finders keepers. After taking the time to stuff every single piece of money I find on the ground into my pocket, I run up to the front of the store to show my mom the good news. Mom, look what I found! There's no response. Ooh boy. Is there a mistake there? Where is it? In the description, it's spelled wrong, eh? Thanks for pointing that out, I might have to fix it. I'll fix that after the stream, if I remember. Just got my code booster, time to be ass at... Yeah, for a... Well, but you did get the booster. But yeah, I know that that can kinda take the wind out of your sails. Also, yeah, this definitely sounds like there's been a robbery or something. Or it's a nightmare. Again, still hoping for the it's all a dream thing. Alright, there's no response. Where did she go? If you deem Omai in this stream, then it will only give the sound effect. I literally cannot kill anyone. It only works on games where I actually can kill the character. The workers still aren't here. Oh no, I don't like this at all. Panic instills within me as I look around the store, trying to find anyone to help me figure out what's going on. But all I see is the same dusty abandoned front counter. Mom? Where'd you go? I run outside the store only to see that the blue sky is turned into a nerve-wracking shade of red with absolutely no insight. Okay, we're good, it's just a nightmare, everything is fine. This is too scary. I run back into the store in search of anyone, but nobody still. Mom? Shooting up out of panic, I take a moment to relax and think about the dream I just had. Mom. I can't help but feel tears invade my eyes, but I'm not to the point of crying. Those kinds of dreams really hurt, knowing how far away Mom and Dad are, and not being able to do anything about it. Not only does that hurt, but my stomach grumbles and aches due to not having a proper dinner last night. Are you freaking kidding me, dude? Once my eyesight becomes less blurry, I lean over to my alarm clock. 5:58 a.m. I want to go back to sleep, but I'll probably end up feeling worse knowing that my alarm would go off in 27 minutes. Alright, hang on, let's think about this for a little bit. Maybe I'll take a longer shower than usual. Yeah, those always make me feel better. No wait, a bath sounds even better. Let's do that instead. After stretching out for a bit, I get up out of bed and make my way over to my bathroom. Just being ready to... It's not a robber. Thankfully. Yes, the white void. Right outside the window. As always, you know. Nothing exists out there because it's all just a game. Which Monica has acknowledged, I think. Like, not in this mod, but generally. Oh, wait! There's greenery outside the window. Guys, there's greenery outside the window. You just have to enter the bathroom. That's the back rooms down outside the window. Grabbing a towel from underneath the sink, I turn the temperature handle on the bathtub all the way. It'll go to make my bath nice and hot. After making sure the water feels just right, I carefully step in and start relaxing. Intoxicated void, oh no. Keep a rubber ducky from my childhood in the bath to keep me company, and also because it makes a funny squeaky noise. Thanks for the example provided. It never fails to amuse me. I try not to take too long in the bath, so I quickly dunk my head under and apply shampoo. My hair is surprisingly easy to manage considering its length and all that, just down to the bottom of my chest. It's a miracle that the school's dress code allows me to keep my hair at such length, as long as I keep it in a ponytail. Once I'm done cleaning up and the bathtub drained, I step out, start towel drying, and combing my hair the way I always keep it. Back in my bedroom, once I'm all dried off, I don't even bother making my bed. Never really got into the habit of doing that. Same. Place the towel in a basket I have hanging around in my room, put my school uniform and jacket on, and make my way downstairs to get breakfast. My stomach hurts a bit once I get downstairs, thanks to last night. Relatable, yup. I think it's gonna be a 2 bowls of cereal kind of day, no matter what I may be feeling later on. I'll just have to power through today, I guess. Placing my bowl and spoon in the dishwasher. I walk over to the couch, grab my backpack, and realize I left my keys inside the lock of my door again. Frickin' again, dude. What is wrong with me? Also, did we write a poem? I completely forgot. Like, we talked about inspiration for writing and everything with Yuri, but I don't remember if we actually sat down to write a poem after we got home. Please don't tell me we're forgetting to write a poem yet again. Lazy enough to make them... Lazy enough to make their bed. Huh. What's wrong with me, though? Oh well. Grabbing my keys, I leave the house, lock my door, and start my walk to school. 5 minutes pass and I'm about halfway to school, most of the walk there. I couldn't help but think about last night with Yuri. The initial sight of her all by herself, peacefully, is something I'll probably never be able to forget. For reals though, I'm glad that me and her are friends now. Maybe I overdid it a bit, but I can't help but smile at the thought of everything that happened. I wonder what she meant by something about returning the favor. Only time will tell. Or maybe Yuri will. We'll see. I can word it, okay? English isn't my first language. Same! Same, my friend. Very much same. Last time with Yuri. Hey, yo. Don't worry, nothing special happened. It was just the two of us, alone, at night, in the middle of nowhere, behind some bushes, hiding, out of sight. Talking about our feelings, though. We'll see. Another moment passes as I continue my walk to school. Now that I think about it, she's really the only person I've opened up to about my disability. Or different ability, as I've heard some people say. The only people that know about that are my close family and the school counselor. And some of the teachers, I think. Hey, at least she knows now, and she has an idea of what she's getting herself into. And Monica has kind of an idea. I just hope I don't scare her away or anything. Once I arrive at the courtyard, I continue my way into the school, trying my best not to attract any unwanted attention. Please tell me we're not gonna run into Wallace again. Stepping inside the school, the first sight I see isn't Wallace. Thank God. Let's go. No Wallace. Forgot to write a poem. Please tell me he didn't. Not again. Not again, please. It's Natsuki and Sayori facing away from me, talking about stuff. I'm really curious about what they're talking about. What if... You know what? Let's follow them for a bit. That's when I start walking towards my locker, still being cautious of my surroundings. So Sayori, my dad brought home bagels for the first time in forever.
Oh, I love bagels, especially the cinnamon raisin ones.
Yeah, well, my dad bought the plain ones. Better than nothing, if you ask me.
Those are good with cream cheese and blueberries. Give it a try sometime.
Sure, if I have enough money to go shopping. My locker isn't too far of a walk from the school entrance, so that didn't take too long. Maybe I shouldn't eavesdrop on them in the future. Bagels, huh? I'll have to put that on the shopping list. Maybe I'll go shopping this Saturday. It is Saturday, for me at least. I know this is a school day in world, but come on. Once I open my locker, I take off my jacket and place it in my locker. Then begin to unzip my backpack, only to see both bills from last night in there. Shoot, that's right, I still have to take care of those. Today, after the club then. After thinking about the club for a little bit, I start feeling excitement over the fact that I'll get to spend time with my friend again, and we'll get to read together. Today is gonna be a good day. I can already tell. Serenity Pod is taking shape. Ooh, nice, nice, nice. I haven't worked on anything in my Serenity Pod in a long time. Maybe I should again at some point. I'm not gonna let the dream I had ruin today. I'm not gonna let the dream I had ruin today. Yeah. Oh, I still need to talk to Natsuki when the club starts about yesterday. After grabbing what I'll need for my first class, I put my backpack away, close my locker, and await what's ahead of me today. 11:56 a.m. Classes have gone rather well today. I may have spaced out a time or 2 or 5, but that usually happens. I'm just now walking out of the door of my Earth Science class. It's about lunchtime. Books in hand, I'm making my way over towards my locker to put everything away for lunchtime. Alright, I think I know how I want to go about this. Yuri said it's fine if I ate with her today in the classroom. Wait. Wallace. No, no Wallace! Please don't! Dang it, I don't know what classroom she would eat in. There's so many in this building. I can feel the frustration over not getting that critical info from her. God dang, it looks like I'm eating in the hallway again. Frickin' great. Once I approach my locker, I open it up, place my books I have inside, but end up staring blankly at them for a few seconds. Alright, hang on. Won't be so bad. I may not get to eat with Yuri, but it'll be alright. I'll just eat out in the hallway again. Nobody's gonna bother me out there. Besides, I'll be seeing Yuri... I'm gonna say that's Wallace. I'm gonna be seeing Yuri in the club anyway. Am I wasted? Gonna have to get into it. Am I wasted, Ed? Huh? Gonna have to sound as stupid as possible for this one. And there I am, down on my knees on the ground. Wallace pushed me out of the way. But that resulted in the right side of my head slamming into the edge of my locker door. That is why the pan sound, the locker door. Ouch. After standing back up and taking a second or two to recover, I look around and see people walking about, but not paying attention to what just happened. Fucking Wallace. I can feel stinging around my right cheekbone. God damn it, man. Place my hand around the affected area and feel something uncomfortably wet. Told you. I fucking hate Wallace. So let me get this straight. He knocked us to the ground, so he knocked us into the locker, to the ground, and we're bleeding, and nobody's paying attention. Yeah, that seems about right. Put my hand away from my face, which is still stinging, to see blood on 3 of my fingers. You're fucking kidding, bro. I don't have anything to stop the bleeding, so I'm resorting to keeping my right hand over where I got hurt and begin making my way to the nurse's office. I'm visibly frustrated as I continue walking to the nurse's office. Just freaking amazing, losing valuable lunchtime over this. Bet you any money the nurse is probably gone for lunch too. Hello, Ivanov. We just ran into some trouble, as you can see. Oh, she better not be, or else... I'm not really paying attention to my surroundings. I turn the corner into the hallway where the nurse's office is and manage to look upwards and realize I'm about to walk into someone. What? After reeling back at the possible disaster, I realize that it's Yuri in front of me. Oh, Code. Oh, no, I don't want her to see me like this. I instinctively place my hand back on my face. Code, are you okay? I look at her for a second, but I can't feel the ability to respond back to her. Instead, I look away and try to walk away from her, but she moves over to the right so that she can get a closer look at the damage done. Also, hi Mario. I'm effectively stopped in my tracks. That's when I feel her take a hold of my right hand and slowly pull it away from my face. This feeling of being exposed is rather uncomfortable. She lets out a light gasp as she sees what's been done, all while not letting go of me. Playing Overwatch? Ooh, nice. Hope you're enjoying that. Again, I've never really gotten into, playing Overwatch. I'm interested in the lore and everything and the characters, but I'm not really that big of a guy when it comes to playing any kind of shooter, be it first person or third person, doesn't matter. But yeah, I'm doing well today, I'd say. Oh, this doesn't look good. That's when I carefully yank my hand away from Yuri's and place mine back on my face. I'm sorry you had to see that. I was on my way to the nurse's office to get this taken care of. With that, I try to start walking to the nurse's office again until Yuri calls out to me. Oh, wait. As frustrated as I am with how today is going, it wouldn't be very fair of me to make Yuri feel the same as I am. Turning around to see what she has to say, I make sure to keep my tone of voice in check. What? That's when she reaches into a bag. I'm noticing for the first time to pull out a tissue and gives it to me without a word. I'm noticing the bag for the first time. Man, sometimes my reading comprehension just sucks. That's when she reaches into a bag I'm noticing for the first time to pull out a tissue and gives it to me without a word. I carefully take it from her, knowing exactly what to do. Placing the tissue on my face, attempting to clean myself up, I glance over to Yuri, her face rather full of concern. Certified skill tissue? Ah yes, the skill tissue. Can I has? I need it. God, I think I know what to do. What do you mean? She scans the hallway, probably for anyone who's decided to stop and see what's going on. Oh, okay. Follow me, Code. Yuri? Where are we going? To the classroom I told you about yesterday. She starts walking the opposite way I was intending to go and proceeds to pat my right arm while heading towards the classroom. I'm guessing that's her non-verbal way of saying, come on, let's go. During our walk to the classroom we're going to, I can't help but think, dang, this girl is saving grace right now, is my saving grace right now. The majority of my general anger towards today has been replaced with relief, knowing that I'll be able to share lunchtime with my friend after all. Yeah, this works out really well. I won't get to see Wallace again, and I won't have anybody barraging me with questions about my injury. But wait a moment. I didn't get anything from the lunchroom. I didn't see Yuri carrying anything that looks like it came from the lunchroom, except for her bag. I think I should ask Yuri what she had in mind when we get there. I don't want to starve to death today. Once we arrive at the classroom, she opens up the door and ushers me to enter first. I thought the saying was ladies first, but I bet she's being considerate because I only have one free arm right now. That's nice of her. After walking in and hearing the door close, I realized that this was the classroom I just left before the whole incident happened. What a coinky dink. So, what's the plan, Yuri? She walks over to where the closet is, takes a seat on the floor, her back parallel with the wall, and sets her back on the floor close to her. Here, come sit down next to me. That doesn't really answer my question. What are we going to do about hungry food time? Without saying anything, I comply with her request and sit down to her left. The moment I begin thinking of questions to ask her, she reaches into her bag, pulls out 2 more tissues, a small bottle of rubbing alcohol, and starts opening it. Does she always carry all that around with her? Yes, she does, for reasons that you might not want to ask her about. What does she plan on doing?
How are you feeling, Code? Does it still hurt?
Huh. Now that you mention it, it doesn't hurt as bad as it used to. For research, yes, of course. Yuri exhales as she takes one tissue and places it on top of the other. Folding them up into a smaller, thicker square, she applies a little bit of rubbing alcohol.
That's good.
This is the longest day in the mod, by the way. Ooh, I see. So, the one before this was the 3rd longest, you said, and this is gonna be the longest. Okay. We'll see how this one goes then. We'll see how much longer this is gonna be. Who knows, maybe the entire stream is just gonna be one chapter, depending on how long it is. You know a pun with Code and Tower? I think there's a clever nickname in there. I don't see it. At least not right now. Also, why did that not show up as a notification? Sayori's UID. Thank you for the follow and welcome to the stream. I have no idea why that didn't show up at all. Is Streamlabs broken again? Because there was no notification. That's weird. Let me test that real quick. Let me test if it works. Test. Follow. No, it's working. Weird. Anyway, welcome to the stream. I hope you're enjoying some good old DDLC mods. Because we are currently playing Our Castle Walls, as the title suggests. Alright.
That's good. Please let me take another look.
Wait a minute. Is she going to do what I think she's going to do? This is looking just like when Mom used to take care of me whenever I got hurt. She is not your mommy. I don't remember what Mom used every time, but I remember it stinging pretty bad. I reluctantly removed the tissue from my face so that Yuri can do her magic.
It looks like it's cleaned up considerably. I'm sorry in advance if this hurts.
I don't respond back. I just close my eyes and wait for the inevitable stinging sensation to infiltrate my face. Come on, it's been 3 seconds now. I just want this to be... I inhale a little strongly and close my eyes a little tighter in response to the prepared yet also unexpected stinging I predicted. God, it's okay. Just hang on. It'll be over soon. Just hang in there. Imagine she just rammed a knife into our head. Yeah, I know that's not what happened, but come on. If she turned into Act 2 Yuri for that moment, then it would have happened. I exhale the moment all unpleasant sensations have stopped. Yeah, fuck Wallace, honestly. Relax my eyes and open them. Once my eyesight returns to normal, I look around to see Yuri messing around trying to get a bandage out of its wrapper.
Hold still for a bit.
Once she has overcome that obstacle, she carefully approaches me again and applies the bandage over the now presumably cleaner area. She reels back and begins cleaning up all the garbage items around her. I take my right hand and feel where the bandage was applied. Yep, that's on there pretty well. That's not always easy to do, right? I wonder if this was her first attempt at this. No! There's a reason she carries all of that stuff with her. There is a reason she has all of it on her. This is definitely not her first attempt, we know this. But you don't know this. Hey. Once she finishes placing all the garbage in her bag, for whatever reason, she looks over to me. Here is a doctor. Yeah, sure, let's go with that as an excuse. Best excuse. And welcome, Rob. Once she finishes placing all the garbage in her bag, for whatever reason, she looks over to me. Thanks for the help. That's very nice of you, but how come you wanted to help so bad? The nurse probably would have done the same thing.
Well, what friends are we not? Aren't friends supposed to help each other? I was too fun with all this, wasn't I?
Great enemies of my player. Now I'm just fish for 13 hours straight. Real story. Amazing. I wouldn't do it any different myself. Yes.
I don't usually act like that.
No need to worry. I'm glad you decided to help.
I'm sorry, Code. I feel like I don't quite know everything about being a dedicated friend.
It's okay, Yuri. Something new like this can be hard to figure out, but it seems like you're getting the hang of it. Thanks again for helping, by the way. I feel like I owe you one now.
It's the least I can do. I guess it just felt like the right thing to do, so I trusted my instincts. If I may ask, what caused all of this to happen?
I kinda don't want to talk about it, but remember that Wallace guy I told you about yesterday?
Yes, but I can't put a face to the name.
Remember what I said yesterday about him picking on various people? You got it?
No, you don't mean...
Yes. And I have no clue why.
The nerve of him.
My eyes widen a little bit at her sudden outburst.
Nobody deserves to be treated as such, especially someone as special as my friend.
I'm just gonna assume she doesn't mean special needs. I'm glad you care, Yuri. At least someone in this building does. Why do people have to act the way they do? Why can't people care more sometimes? There are times when I wish I was invisible so that nobody would bother me. Nobody would have a reason to inflict pain on everyone. Everybody would have a reason to throw words like creep and stupid around. There wouldn't be any inappropriate insinuation of who likes who. A lot more people could live their lives more comfortably.
Don't stop it.
That's when she reaches to place her hand on my shoulder with a look of concern.
Please, I don't think you're the cause of all this. We all have a little devil inside of us. Some just let them show by how they act or speak.
She takes a second or two to take a breather while her grip on my shoulder remains consistent.
Well, you and I may be different from others, but our existence alone is not the reason why they act the way they do. I know what it's like to want to disappear. I know what it's like to get laughed at for simply being yourself.
Also, Sarah, one quick question. Just curious, but is Yuri your favorite Doki by any chance? This might just be me guessing here, but I'm just curious. Because of the heavy focus. I know it's also a little bit because Yuri probably fits the role that was needed here the most. Like, she fits the role the most, so it makes sense to go for Yuri. But I also have a feeling that there might be some slight hints of favoritism involved. Potentially, what do I know? Her grip tightens a little bit.
and it pains me to hear about such things happening to you. Just know that you're not alone. I may not know what else to say other than I value our friendship greatly, and I wouldn't like it very much if you vanished.
Yuri looks away from me, visibly flustered. I didn't expect for this girl to make a smirk appear on my face, but here we are. I think she's a keeper. Take my free arm and place it on her shoulder. Got it? Castle Script MC? Good nickname? Castle Script, huh? Okay, I guess it's Castle Script MC. I'm just gonna keep calling him MC or Code, depending on what the text implies, but I think that's an interesting nickname to go for. I think so. Yeah, totally. Take my free arm and place it on her shoulder. Thanks for making me feel better. I knew I'd like being friends with you. She can't hide her smile as this impromptu hug lasts for a few seconds. Hey, that reminds me! What are we going to do about lunchtime? We only have about 25 minutes left until it's over. Her eyes light up as she realizes the time restraints we now have.
Oh, you're right.
When we release from each other, she pulls her back towards her, reaches inside and pulls out a bento box. Oh, we're gonna share? I see quite a few of those in the lunchroom whenever I decide to eat in there, but I wouldn't expect Yuri to bring one. I wonder if she does this every day, or she just wants to share with us. She made one specifically for us, maybe. She turns around to face me and opens it up. Inside is grilled whitefish, white rice, zucchini, and some kind of white fruit I've never seen in my life. They almost look like eyeballs, but dear lord, everything else smells amazing. Need to go to sleep because my baby is so I'm gonna best. Yeah, again, you already know you don't gotta apologize for that kind of stuff. You do that. 25 minutes, what is this, heaven? It is, isn't it? If it wasn't for all the bullying happening. Everything that I recognize in there is something that I enjoy. That's one thing I'm glad my parents got me into, trying all different kinds of foods as a kid. While I'm admiring the look and scent of what's in front of me, Yuri places the bento box down. Reaching into her bag again, she pulls out 2 pairs of chopsticks and hands me one of the pairs. Looks like both sets are made of plastic, which is good because bamboo irritates my lips. I wonder if that's the case with her. Also, the amount of stuff in there makes me think that her bag is a replica of that one blue robot cat's 4th dimensional secret gadget pocket. I am lost on the reference. Oh, thanks, Yuri. I left my set in my locker. Well, bye, Mario.
I didn't think my extra pair of chopsticks would come in handy so soon.
A dumb smile appears on my face. God, she's so silly. It's pretty likable. Heh. By the way, did you make this yourself?
Oh, yes, I did.
I am amazed. Is cooking another one of your hobbies?
Well, I don't know if I would consider it to be a hobby. It's something my mother showed me how to do every now and then.
Man, this girl's good at everything! Neat! Let's enjoy, we don't have much time left. She smiles eagerly at me like she's been waiting for this moment for a while.
Agreed.
Taking a hold of my pair of chopsticks, I grab a piece of the whitefish and devour it. Holy mother of balls! It's the cat. I understood that reference. Well, now I know. Thank you for enlightening me. This is too good! There's no way she made this. I mean, you can't make fish, but... words. I'm glad that Yuri brought me over here for this. I look over to see her enjoying what she made as well. She looks so content, so happy, so pretty. Maybe I shouldn't stare at her? Oh, I know! I clear my throat before speaking to her. Hey, Yuri! Once I see that I've grabbed her attention, I use my chopsticks to point to the white fruit that I still don't know what it's called. What are these supposed to be?
Oh, those are Nike fruit. I'm guessing you've never had them before.
No, I have not. Yuri grabs her chopsticks, snatching up one of the fruits. Meanwhile, I stare at the bento again, nearly drooling, admiring what she made for today. Since she's eating hers now, maybe she'll save the other one for me? I'll grab one when I feel up to it. It's been so long since Mom made zucchini. Did she just stuff it in our mouth? Time comes to a screeching halt. Must resist the reference. Did she just... As I am frozen in this moment, my sense of sight overpowers my sense of taste as I look over to see Yuri looking away, red in the face, gripping her hair again. Don't worry, I wasn't expecting it either. Oh yeah, I have a fruit to taste. Once I'm out of my short stupor, I take a few bites and am pleased by how good this tastes. The texture is definitely different from everything else I've had in my life, but these are nice and sweet. I can definitely see myself enjoying these again in the future. In fact, I look over to Yuri again, whose face hasn't changed one bit.
Oh, I can't believe I did that.
Relax. I really like them. I want another one. I scooch a little bit closer to grab another likey fruit out of the 3 remaining and happily enjoy it.
You probably think I'm even weirder now.
Nah, you're being likable, not weird.
I knew you'd say... Huh?
Oh shit, she's about to be even more flustered, let's go! You're really fun to be around. I even told you that yesterday.
Fun?
She looks away blushing for probably the 13th time I've seen her do so in my life. Now, I've gotta get back at you somehow, right?
Huh?
Maybe I shouldn't have worded it that way, I think I worried her.
What do you mean?
Relax, Yuri. I don't mean anything bad by that. We should probably hurry up, though.
Okay. Don't make me worry like that.
My right hand scratches the back of my head for the first time today. So by the way, get back at her. That was a different color text, which means it was important. Remember that. Code will remember that. Right. My bad. We continue enjoying our meal until no grain of rice is left uneaten. Once we're finished up, Yuri takes the now empty bento and places it back into her bag along with her pair of chopsticks. Since Yuri let me borrow her second pair of chopsticks, it only seems right that if I return them to her, I reach over to her to poke her left shoulder and hand her my pair. Hey Yuri, you can have these back now. She looks back at me, not sure what to think. BRB, alright, so you're not a bit Viking.
Oh, you can hold on to them if you'd like, that is.
I mean, thanks, but I'm afraid I'll end up losing them, and that'd make me feel bad if I did that. These are yours anyway.
Well, okay, good.
The thing is... They're chopsticks. In structure, they are, I guess, kind of similar-ish to a pen. And they've been in your mouth, partially. Which... Knowing Yuri, well, no, let's not worry. This is Act 1 Yuri. This is Act 1 Yuri, we shouldn't be concerned.
Okay, Code, I'll trust your judgment.
She takes the pair from me and also places them in her bag. Code no. Code yes. Then she grabs her bag and we both get up from the floor. We both leave the classroom and begin making our way to my locker. Thankfully, the hallway is rather empty. We probably have about 1 minute or so of silence before students start flooding the hallway, trying to get to wherever they need to be. Once me and Yuri approach my locker, she taps on my shoulder to get my attention.
Hey, Code.
Yeah? She looks relieved?
Thank you for earlier. This was very enjoyable for me.
She's the one who patched me up. She's the one who shared her lunch with me and introduced me to something new. I'm the one who should be thanking her. There must be metal for 100% safety. Ah, I guess. You know what? Why not? Without a warning, I approach her and wrap my arms around her, resting my head on her left shoulder. She doesn't initially respond. No, Yuri, thank you for turning today around for me. You're a lifesaver. Let's do this again sometime. As I'm up close, I end up smelling a hint of lavender? Must be her hair or perfume or something. Oh great, we're sniffing her hair. Either way, it adds to this moment. This kind of reminds me of that one song. Something about in the arms of an angel, except nowhere near as dark. But she isn't hugging back. I end up releasing from her to see that her face has been destroyed by Pink, but I can't help the slow creeping feeling of disappointment inside me.
I'll see you at the club.
With that, she runs off to wherever her locker is. Maybe I overdid it again. I guess I'll see her again later today. (2:59 p.m. Do you think he asked out on the day? Maybe. Maybe. Classes are over for the day and it's time to make my way to the club. I'm looking forward to what's in store for today. Bum, 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 bum. Walking out of class and towards my locker, I can't help but think about the lesson that was taught in my general English class today. General is a term that's used in the school for special education classes. At least there isn't a whole section of our school dedicated to general classes. That'd be kinda weird. Once I'm at my locker, I open it up, quickly stuff everything in my backpack, take my jacket and backpack out, and close my locker to avoid any further incidents. On my way to the club, my mind still lingers on what I couldn't understand in English class today. I think Monica might be able to help. She's pretty smart and I really haven't spoken with her much ever since insulting her poem. Yeah, I'll do that. Still bummed out by that conversation. Can't help being overwhelmed by envy. I mean, I can see it. I can get it. I get that, kind of, but still. At least, you know, as I said before, don't worry, I have no intention of letting our mod die, it's just we're working with a very, very limited budget. A budget that will increase the more people contribute to the channel, be it through donations, through subscriptions, through bits. Everything helps contribute and increases our budget for the FNF mod. Currently 100% of all my Twitch earnings go towards that mod, so yeah. Until that mod fully comes out, I will not be able to invest anything in anything else, basically. Approaching the club room and opening the door, I place my bag by the door and look around to see the usual scene. Monica's at the main desk in her corner, so Yuri's looking in her bag for stuff, so Natsuki is hanging out by one of the desks near the closet. Yuri is nowhere to be seen. That's strange, I'm usually the last one here. I'm certain she won't take too long. I will ask you for a sub message. Well, if you're wording it like that, is it right now? It can't be right now, you just had one recently, right? I don't know. Half a month, maybe? I'm certain she won't take too long. Monica then approaches me.
Hi, Code.
Huh? Oh, hey Monica. After looking at Monica for a little bit, flashbacks of what happened at the end of the club yesterday appear, and what Monica said to me. Get to Russia, I'll give you back. I have, for obvious reasons, no interest in traveling there right now. Obvious reasons, as people would be able to understand, I think. Just randomly giving it to me, I don't know why. Maybe I should say something to her. Natsuki as well. Sorry about yesterday, by the way. She looks a little bit confused.
Oh, that. No need to worry about it. That's in the past now.
Whew. Okay, thanks Monica. I give her a confirming nod to show how relieved I am, and she looks a bit happier.
Not a problem. Ready for another fun day here?
Yeah, for whatever today throws at me.
That's what I like to hear. You did remember to write a poem this time, right?
The big reveal. Let's go! We got it! I did this time.
Good. After poem sharing today, there'll be a special announcement about this festival.
What was I thinking about earlier today? Oh yeah! Hey Monica, you said I can tell you about anything that's bothering me, right?
Huh?
Looks like I threw her off guard.
Oh, of course. I'll try to help as much as I can.
Okay, because something in my English class was bothering me today. So when I was walking here, I thought, Monica's smart, she might be able to help me. Any amount of confusion that was shown on Monica's face is now gone and has been replaced with a somewhat flirtatious look. Don't you dare flirt! This is apparently the Yuri route! Bye, Ivanov, I'll see you around.
Oh, you were thinking of me? Well, aren't you a sweetheart? What was on your mind today?
Why the hell is she calling me that? It's time to make her question her academic career. Why does adjective and adverb both have to start with A-D? Like, seriously. You have to make two words deliberately sound like almost exactly the same to confuse people? It's like, whoever did that had to have been doing it deliberately. Because, well, I mean, I don't know. I guess because they both describe something, so it's easier to remember that they both describe something because they both start with ad. But when's the last time you saw an ad that was descriptive? I can have proof. And the whole room has gone silent. This is 2 days in a row that I've been able to do this. It's like a superpower. Even Sayori's staring at me, mouth agape. Maybe I said too much? No, I think she just realized what you said. It's like, oh my god, I totally feel the same. Right? Probably.
Yuri's smart, right? I'm sure she can answer that.
That's when I feel a tap on my right shoulder.
I overheard everything. I'll be able to explain that to you when we get around to reading together today.
Okay, that sounds fair. She smiles back at me and proceeds to walk over to her usual desk in the room. I take this moment to close my eyes and bring both my arms up above my head to breathe a little bit. Something about having my airways open up more. I don't care if anyone is watching right now. Wait. What's stopping me from reading with her now? Oh, that's right. I should probably talk with Natsuki about yesterday. Oh dear lord, please help me. Once I bring my arms down to a normal level, I take a moment to look around the club room again, only to see the actual usual scene before my eyes, just like how things should be. I stay where I am a little bit to build up my confidence before heading into the theoretical private property area that is the closet. I walk over there only to see that she's trying to reach something on the top shelf, jumping up and down. Like, is she doing in there? Hey, everything going alright? Ah, hey, don't scare me like that, dummy! Her saying that is a recurring theme, but I still don't like it. Oh, my bad. What do you want this time, you big goof? Oh, this is gonna be fun. Hey. So, about yesterday? I didn't mean to make a big Stop it! I'm taken aback by her words. I wasn't done yet. But No! Don't talk! That's behind us now! Stop worrying about it! Well, Alright, if you say so. I guess I should take Natsuki's word for it. She did seem like she was in a good mood earlier today from what I saw with her and Sayori. By the way, what was so important that you needed to talk Monika's ear off? Why'd she say her name all weird? Just something that was on my mind. Maybe I went a bit overboard. You're just as bad as Yuri sometimes. She's first Sayori, now Yuri? Is that a bad thing? Maybe you two were meant for each other. No face, don't turn red now, god dang it! Can't help but bury my head in my hands out of embarrassment. This only lasts for a few seconds until I'm able to look at her again. She's struggling to contain her laughter. Natsuki, Please, spare me. Jeez, I just wanted to read manga again. You what? Every process in my mind of trying to form words has stopped due to the stare that she is giving me. I'm glued in place for a little bit until I can remember why I want to read. I only got to read the first chapter of Parfait Girls yesterday, so, I'd like to continue reading the rest, if that's okay with you. Well, I don't know, you might end up breaking my manga somehow. How in the hell does one break a manga? No use in getting an aneurysm trying to figure out, BS awkward logic. Awkward logic. Can't. Gabe! Welcome. Thanks for the raid. How was your stream? You're testing out your capture card, I believe, right? If I'm not wrong, I might be wrong. How was it? Hope you had a nice stream. I really hope so. I am in your castle. Oh no. Where? Could be anywhere. I wouldn't know. But welcome to the stream. I hope you had a nice stream. I hope you're doing well. It's not nice to stare, you know? I immediately look away from her. Card's working amazing. Noise. That's what you love to hear. Oh, shoot, my bad. Just stop being a weirdo and go get me a chair. What? No glitches or sound cutting out? You say that with sarcasm. I feel the sarcasm in that comment. But tell you what, I know the feel. I've encountered stuff like that before with a capture card that isn't even mine. Like when, you know, I did a few streams that required me to have a capture card. The thing is, I don't own one. I borrowed one from someone else. Which reminds me, I haven't actually returned it ever since then. It's still lying around on my shelf. I really should return it eventually. I mean, I will. Like, once I get an opportunity to do so. But the only times I've seen that person since using the capture card, both of those times I kind of forgot to return it. I forgot to take it with me. And now it's still there. Up on my shelf. Collecting dust because I just cannot return it. I need to find a good opportunity to do that. Meant that totally sincerely. What? A chair? For what? Why I put my manga on the top shelf again and I can't reach it? A chair would probably be dangerous if she tries what I'm thinking of. Why don't I try reaching it for you? No? God, does this girl have to yell all the time? I can do it myself. Just need a chair, that's all. If you want to do it yourself, then get the chair yourself. I gotta go do dishes now, see you later. Yeah, you do them dishes. You do want to read, don't you? Well, it's her funeral, not mine. Fine, fine. Just give me a little bit. Turn myself counterclockwise until I'm facing where Sayori normally is, and make my way to grab a chair for the circus act she's about to put on. On my way there, I end up jamming my left foot into a leg of one of the desks. Ouch! Please don't tell me what's the pinky. Please don't tell me what's the pinky toe. If it was the pinky toe, ouch. Jeez, I didn't think I was this clumsy. I'm stuck in place, eyes closed for what feels like forever while... Hello, Bones. Ouch. Yeah, just because I'm Caesar doesn't mean I have to get hurt. But I guess I do to feel the pain, but welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Hope you're well. I'm stuck in place, eyes closed for what feels like forever while I wait for the waves of pain to make its way through my foot.
Coda, you okay? I heard that from all the way over here.
Once the pain is gone, I open my eyes to see Sayori standing next to me with a look of concern. Damn, and there goes Spinne. Empathy's a bitch, yeah. No orange bow this time. Yeah, I'm fine, thanks. It's just one of those things you hate to have happen. I'm all better now.
Okay, good. I was just about to go see Monica real quick, but I saw you got hurt, so I wanted to see what's up.
Okay, I gotcha. What's going on with Monica? Her look of concern is now gone.
I just gotta ask her something. I'm gonna go to the vending machine right now. I'm kinda hungry.
Snack time! Oh, can I go with you? The chair for Natsuki! You already forgot! No! It takes a second or two for her to respond back.
Sure. Sure, I don't see why not.
Alright, awesome. Yikes, don't get too excited. Not in public, at least. Distract on. I just gotta take care of something for Natsuki real quick. Oh, thank God he remember. He remember. He know for gore.
Okay. Meet me by the door when you're done. I'm gonna go back Monica now.
Right. I nod my head to her, and she gives me a cheerful smile. After that, I look around and spot an available chair that's close to me. Take hold of it, I bring it over to the closet where Natsuki is hanging out and place it in front of her. Welcome back, Mr. Popular! She then uncrossed her arms and brings the chair into the closet. Ah, jeez. Hey, look. Me and Sayori are going to the vending machine real quick. You want something from there? Yeah, sure. Hang on. Natsuki walks out of the closet and over to where we sat down yesterday, so that's where her bag is. Her bag isn't nearly as big as Yuri's. I shouldn't be too surprised by that. She opens it and pulls out a singular dollar bill. Then closes her bag. Walks over to me and puts a dollar bill close to my face. Get me a Snickers bar and nothing else. Got it, bro? I pause for a moment at what she said and carefully take the money from her to stuff it into one of my pockets. Snickers bar, nothing else. Got it. Because she's not herself when she's hungry. With that, I turn away from Natsuki to see Sayori walking away from Monica towards the door. Perfect timing. Once I approach the door, I open it and allow Sayori to leave first. Just like my mom taught me. Well, you know what I mean. Once the both of us are in the hallway, we begin our little adventure. I do a quick look around to see if anyone else is around. And it looks like we're safe. Time to come forth with what's been with what's on my mind to Sayori. Hey, if I may ask, what did you talk with Monica about?
Eh? Oh, it was just about if she wanted anything. No surprise she said no, she's a vegetarian after all.
Whoa, for real?
Yeah. Something about carbon footprint. But how can that be a footprint?
I can't help but laugh to myself over that. I'm somewhat worried about mine too. I've thought about learning more about being environmentally friendly. Maybe that'll make for a cool hobby or something.
Oh, that sounds cool. You'll have to teach me a thing or two about it about that if you do.
It makes me happy knowing that she would want to learn more about a potential interest. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
What did you have to see Natsuki about?
What should I tell her? Part about the manga or the part about the Snickers? Let's go with the easier to explain option here. Pretty much the same thing. She wanted candy, just like we do. Quite the coinky-dink, if you ask me. Damn it, I used that word earlier when he said coincidence. And now the game is actually throwing coinky-dink at me. It just knew. Also, thanks for the extra headband. You returned, welcome back, Viking. Siri giggles rather loudly at my intentional, botched attempt of saying coincidence. It feels good to make someone else laugh at my own humor. Gotta love a callback. It's something that rarely ever happens in my life. Seconds pass between us before I open my mouth again. Hey, Sayori? You did remember to bring your own money with you, right? She looks at me inquisitively again.
Yeah, of course I did. I know better than to rely on others to buy stuff for me.
Well, you didn't in the base game. Well, that's good to know. My arms go behind my back as we're still walking. Okay, was just wondering, that's all. She then giggles at me, which I did not expect at all. Well, I know that Yuri and MC were about to leave the class because lunchtime was almost over. Alright, so we went to the club and We talked to a bunch of people. We hit our pinky toe on a table leg, so that was fun. We brought Natsuki a chair so she could climb up to reach her manga in the closet. And currently we're going to the vending machine with Sayori. So that is essentially what's happening right now. She then giggles at me, which I did not expect at all. But yeah, big oof.
Teehee. You remind me too much of Yuri sometimes.
My mouth is a little more than ajar right now, and my nervousness rose significantly. What makes you think that?
I don't know what it is about it. You two just seem similar.
Is it really that noticeable? Yeah, I suppose. Yuri. She said she'd explain my problem from earlier to me. I hope I get to see her soon. Another moment later, and we've reached our hunger stopper. To my surprise, Sayori hands me her dollar bill. Huh? What's this about?
Get me the donuts on the left.
Still curious as to why I'm doing this for her. I look at the selection in front of me and see Sayori's finger blocking part of my vision. After re-establishing my focus and following where her finger is pointing, I see that she's pointing to the packaged white powdered donuts on the left side of the machine. Those ones. Right.
No, silly, left.
Right. Wait, I mean... Without another word, I do whatever is necessary to get her snack to her. Once she happily takes it from me, I look back at the variety in front of me. What looks good? Ooh, there we go. Haven't had a chocolate bar in a while. Pulling out my wallet from my back right pocket, I open it up and notice I only have $1 left. Ah, so I was right. Looks like I have to go to the ATM after school today. After the process of obtaining a snack, I turn around to see Sayori patiently waiting for me. I'm honestly surprised she didn't run off on me. No, we're leaving! No, MC, wait, turn back! What about the Snickers? What about the Snickers for Natsuki? She specifically gave you money so you could buy a Snickers for her. MC, no, turn around! Don't do this!
Come on, Slowpoke. Let's head back now.
Yeah. Once I catch up to her, we continue our way back to the classroom, but something in the back of my mind is itching at me. Dang. Probably nothing important. Oh, it's gonna be important. She's gonna punch you. So, hey, Sayori. I never asked you. What are some of your hobbies? Not at all. She looks shocked at such a question.
Hobbies? I like writing, coloring, animals, working with children.
Okay, that last one nearly threw me for a loop. Working with children? That itchy feeling. What could it be? Definitely not the snack that he didn't get. What do you like about that?
Oh, it's so much fun. Just being around them. I like playing with them. Coloring, painting, snack time, everything. When I grow up, I want to work at a daycare.
A genuine smile forces its way onto my face. Ah, so still a Toy Story kid at heart. I'm impressed. It's rare to see such people nowadays.
I guess I see myself as a kid at heart. That's why I relate to them so much.
Somehow I'm not surprised. That itchy feeling is going to turn into an itchy regret. And a punch to the face. Now, Natsuki wouldn't go for the face, but definitely a punch either to the chest or in the side. Which one of the two is it gonna be? I don't know yet. I'm gonna say a punch in the side, but we'll see. Somehow I'm not surprised.
Oh, hey, that reminds me. Why'd you bring in a book for you yesterday?
Oh boy. How am I supposed to answer this? Well, she was nice to all of us when you brought me into the club. I mean, she even made tea for us. I guess I wanted to be nice back to her and return the favor. I think she even said something about how books take her far away or something. I don't know. Punch or a kick, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it is. But I don't think she'd go for the balls. It's only a snack. As long as we at least return the money to her, I think she's gonna be okay with it.
Oh, that's sweet of you, Code. I may not have talked with you much over our high school years, but I always thought you were an all-around nice person, and that proves it.
Blushing slightly at Sayori's words, I can't help but feel nice inside. She's pretty cool, I have to admit. She will still be irritated, she absolutely will be. At least we remember to bring her the chair. Imagine if we forgot that as well. Once we arrive back at the club room, the chocolate bar in my hand goes straight to my bag. Sayori walks over to her side of the room, she usually sticks around. I get a glimpse of Monica looking over towards me and smiling at me. Oh shoot! I completely forgot to buy Natsuki a candy. Run! Run back to the vending machine before she notices. Maybe she hasn't noticed we're back in the room yet. If you run quickly, you might be able to save yourself. What do? Run back to the vending machine! Now! Do I run back and buy her candy or give her her money back? You run back to the vending machine, obviously! Eyes widening at the thought of her being angry about not getting her candy, I quickly turn around, leave the club room, close the door for a second time today. Yes! Good boy, let's do this. Scanning the hallway to see if anyone is watching, I start booking it to the vending machine once I deem it safe. Heck man, are you kidding me? She's gonna kill me! She's gonna kill me! Once I'm outside the door, I take a moment or two to catch my breath, breathing a little heavily. The smart choice. Yup. Jeez man, shows how active I am. The door opens up on me before I begin the readying process of reaching for the handle and see Monica pop out of the room. And seeing Monica pop out of the room startles me.
Code, everything okay?
Yeah, everything's alright. Sorry if I caused any concern.
You're right. Can you tell me what happened?
It's nothing too serious, I just forgot to buy a candy bar for Natsuki, that's all. But it gives me a quite familiar smile.
Oh, so we're buying candy for Natsuki, are we?
She gave me the money for it, so yeah, I guess. Monica giggles at me.
Oh, I see how it is. Don't worry, I won't tell Yuri.
Monica, please! Please! I don't... And she did the pose too. Can't help but instantly look away from Monica and be left speechless. Oh god, no. What would Yuri think if she found out something like this? She wouldn't think anything of it. Multiple people can be friends. Also, what is she trying to insinuate here?
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
But please, try not to concern us like that again. You shouldn't leave a girl worrying like that.
I lower my head a little bit. Yes, Monica. I don't know why I'm remembering this right now, but I may as well bring it up with Monica. Hey, earlier when I was talking to Natsuki, she butchered your name by saying Monica. Know anything about that?
Oh my god. She's never going to let that one go, is she?
I still don't get it. I do. It was a pun. A bad pun, but a pun. So we're here to remind everyone that boys and girls can be friends. It is a thing that is very possible. Like, especially, come on. Like, especially for MC, it's gotta be awkward in the beginning. Like, the only guy in a club full of girls. Being the only guy in a club full of girls has gotta be awkward initially. Like, there are some barriers to overcome, I feel like. But yeah, it's totally, like, yeah, it is more than possible. It is a thing that happens very commonly, in fact. The friends, a guy in the club full... Come on. They're classier than that, Viking. They're classy individuals. I still don't get it.
Don't worry about it. It's something stupid from last year's festival. Now come on, let's head back in.
With the both of us back in the club, another look around shows that everything is in order. And the girls and boys can't be friends, then we are not. True, Neon, we can't be friends. Leave the stream right now, I don't want to see you again. Everybody leave. I only stream for a male audience going forward. If you're a girl, everybody out. I feel like I have to be obvious and point out that that is obviously a joke, because otherwise someone will try to cancel me. That is how it works if you're online, right? Okay, bye. No, I just pointed out the obvious. No, please, I just said it was obviously not real. But I just thought I had to point it out because you get cancelled. You can't say anything online without getting cancelled. Make a joke and you get cancelled. Why is it like this? Well, I knew what I was getting myself into. I mean, why could you do that? But I rest my case. I mean, that is your point of view, I guess. With the both of us back in the club, another look around. I might have deserved that one. Bones. Okay, there's the bong. The bongs, yes. That cheers me up a bit too. The both of us back in the club. Another look around shows that everything is in order. I was just thinking about Yuri earlier. What's she doing? Looking at the middle of the room. I see that Yuri has her face buried in my book. This not only sets me at ease, but makes me quite happy. The bonkers. Right, Natsuki. Let's get this over with. Taking a moment to breathe, I walk over to the closet and prepare for whatever I'm getting myself into. Right? Am I? Maybe I'm not. I see that the chair from earlier is still in the spot I placed it. Hey there! You could have... We were on the verge of greatness. We were this close to the hello there. But no. Hey there. She looks over at me with a somewhat annoyed expression. I wish I didn't feel like I was messing around with a beehive every time I approach her. Not the bees! Oh god, no, not the bees! Took you long enough, Slowpoke? First Sayori, now you. I don't know, it's because I care. I can never catch a break, can I? Oh no, what's that face for? Nope. Not if you keep this up. I mean, she kind of has a point. Fine. Fine. Looks like you... Huh? I haven't had a Snickers in forever. Just like yesterday with the manga, snatched right out of my hands. She hastily tears off the wrapper and takes a big bite. I'd be lying if I were to say I'm not jealous, but that's not important right now. Damn, I really want a Snickers right now. But I know I don't have any in the house. And tomorrow's Sunday. Oh, well, technically today already. You know what? When I think... Yeah, I think on Monday when I'm on my way home, I might stop by a store and maybe stock up on some snacks. Can't hurt. Buy some Snickers. Like a big pack, so I have like a little bit of a stash to grab from for the next couple of days. As one should. Always buy in bulk. Or like small bulk. Like never buy like an individual Snickers bar. Why would you? Always stock up with like a full-on pack. Always keep emergency chocolate in the house. It's true, you gotta be prepared. But just, I want Snickers specifically now for some reason. Make sure you don't pull an MC moment. True, but I have to remember for longer than him. I have to remember that until Monday. So, I think, you know, there's a little bit of, you know... There's a little bit of a difference there. I do hope I remember, though. Please don't let me turn to the next MC. Anyway, looks like you were able to get your manga down. Yep. Got it ready while you were taking your sweet time. Please, no. Not much more of this. Change the subject. What kind of sushi should I get? I'm not a particular sushi expert. I'll leave this to chat if anyone in chat is a sushi connoisseur. DM you for you to remember it. Why, that is very kind of you. Hey, remember the Snickers? Next time I stream, I have to talk about it. In fact, I have to. Next time I stream, I have to be sure to have a Snickers bar with me, just so I can eat it live on stream to prove that I got one. Please, no, not much more of this. Fair enough. Now, I was only able to read through the first chapter yesterday. I was kind of hoping to get through the second Suddenly, a manga appears on my chest, to which I instinctively take a hold of it.
Hey, bro, you're talking to yourself again?
Natsuki then takes a few steps away from me. What's that supposed to mean?
It helps at times. Just take it already and try not to ruin any of the pages.
Alright, fine. Bring the manga up to my face to take another look at the cover for a few seconds. I am immediately questioning why I'm not with Yuri right now, reading more of my book with her. She still has to answer that one question for me. Alright, how about I read about 5 minutes of this, say I got through the second chapter, give it back to her. Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? Prepare for the quiz, my man. Prepare for the quiz at the end of your reading session. She's gonna ask you what you learned in the second chapter, and if you didn't finish it in those 5 minutes, you're screwed. Don't forget the Snickers. Making sure to take a seat on the floor that's considerable distance away from Natsuki, I open up the manga from... Jeez, oh man, where did I leave off at? What feels like the longest 5 minutes of my life pass, and I found myself enjoying this a bit less than I did yesterday. I don't know if it was genuine disinterest in the series or me being anxious about getting to spend time with Yuri again. Closing the volume and getting myself up from the floor, I walk over to the closet to see Natsuki sitting on the now moved chair, reading what I can only make out to be a much later volume. Maybe I should keep my voice lowered so I don't startle her. Kinda like I'm in a library or something. Hey, I'm all done.
Can you speak up a bit?
I got through the second chapter. I'm here to give this back. I return her manga back to her, only to have her somewhat forcefully take it from my hands. This is getting really annoying. She then looks over the first few pages and places her finger on the top of them, probably feeling them for creases.
Alright, I'll hold on to this for now.
Both me and her end up awkwardly looking at each other for a second or so.
Hey, Code.
For a second she sounds inquisitive instead of... I don't know. How I usually hear her, I guess. Yeah, what's going on?
Just so you know, you're the only person here who wanted to give my manga a chance, so I hope you feel special. I tried getting Yuri to give it a chance, but she won't for Lord only knows why, and so Yuri's too busy worrying about the festival to read either.
I almost forgot the festival is a thing. Also, now I'm starting to feel a little bit guilty over the fact that I didn't really read much of a manga just now. For real? Well, to be honest, I don't know a lot of people in this school who also read manga. It only seemed fair that I check it out. She doesn't respond. I bet she's thinking about something. By the way, how'd you get into manga in the first place? You're probably the first girl I've seen that reads it.
Oh. It's something I've always enjoyed when I was younger, and it's just stuck with me. When I was 7 or 8, my mom got me my first manga I ever read. It was my first real hobby, I guess. It's something that'll always remind me of her.
That's pretty exciting. My parents effectively did the same to me with certain toys and whatnot. Isn't it exciting when you have something you like that you can talk with people about?
Yeah, it feels nice, especially when people don't make fun of you for liking certain things.
Dang. Relatable? Yeah, tell me about it. That's one reason why I don't talk much in this school.
Some people just really suck. Like that K guy in our school.
Oh, I bet he sucks in more ways than one.
You freaking weirdo.
I can't believe she thought that was funny. I usually never think of stuff like that.
But he tried ruining my manga one day last year, but Monica put a stop to that. Nobody in our school brought it up after
last year. Oh, so that's what that was about. Boy, what a bitch.
You can say that again?
I might just be poking at the bee's nest again with this question. So I'm guessing your parents are doing okay? Okay, yeah, maybe that was a bad idea.
That's none of your business.
Now I feel a little bad for asking. Alright, sorry I brought it up. I think I'm gonna go see what Yuri's up to.
Yeah, whatever. You got fun with your girly friend, you hear?
I'm frozen in place with my mind racing right now. She doesn't really mean...
Ha! Relax, dummy. You know I'd never think of you two like that.
Great, now I'm starting to feel a little disappointed. Taking a moment to shake the thought off, and also my head for a bit, I turn away from Natsuki. With slight nervousness building up inside, I make my way over to see Yuri. The time I've been waiting for has finally come. Once I approach her, I see that she's still enjoying my book. But my concentration is broken as she looks over to me and smiles.
Oh, hello again, Code. I was wondering when you would show up.
Hi, Yuri. Yeah, I may or may not have gotten sidetracked most of the day. It is then that I take a moment to see what part of the book she's currently on. Oh, hey! May I see what part of the story you're on?
Oh, sure.
She carefully hands my book back to me, pages wide open. Once back in my possession, I look around for any random sentence on the pages and begin to read. Eyes glistening in the sunlight. With a newfound determination, our beloved Ellie takes off into the airplane jungle in an attempt to gather resources. The thoughts of excitement and self-righteousness fill her mind as she thinks about building a shelter for her newly made rhinoceros friend. Oh, this part's good. Wait, do I have to click outside? Yeah, I do. I think you're gonna like what's coming up next. Not Code. Maybe I should have named him Not Code.
Oh, is that so? Well, if it's anything like the rest of this book has been, it'll be nothing short of spectacular.
There she goes, being accidentally cute again.
But, Code, I have a request, if that's alright.
Oh? What's going on?
Well, I still have to explain your issue from earlier today to you, and I was thinking that we could make some tea beforehand, if that's okay.
Yes! Yuri, that would be great. I'd actually really like that. A warm smile happily makes a return.
And it's settled. I have to mark my spot in your book, then I'll go grab the kettle and tea set.
Sounds good. I'm gonna go tell Monica what you're doing, then I'll meet you at the door, alright?
Very well. I have to plug in the kettle at the wall where Sayori is first.
So it'll take us both a little bit before we're ready. That's perfectly fine. With that, she gets up from her desk and we both go our separate ways. For a little bit, that is. On my walk over to Monica, I begin thinking of what I'm going to say to her. I wish stuff as simple as telling Monica that me and Yuri are going into the hallway real quick wasn't so difficult when I know I made her concerned just a little bit ago. It doesn't take long before I approach her. Looks like she's writing down some stuff. Is she coloring black circles onto lines of paper? I thought Sayori was the one who liked coloring around here. Oh well, I won't judge. Monica?
Code, what's going on?
I thought it would be appropriate if I told you that me and Yuri will be excusing ourselves from the club for a little bit.
I don't need to be so formal, silly, but thanks for telling me this time. What's going on?
Okay. Me and Yuri are gonna be making some tea. That's why we'll be gone for a little bit.
Okay, that's fine. But isn't that more of a one-person kind of job?
How am I supposed to respond to that? I just want to spend time with my friend, okay?
Alright. I wouldn't dare take time away from you two. Just make enough for everyone, okay? I could really go for some tea right now.
Alright, I'll let her know. I'll be back. No, we'll be back. With that, Monica resumes her coloring and I turn away to walk to the door. Once Yuri and I meet up, we leave the classroom, teapot in her hand, and she leads the way to the closest water fountain. I walk to the fountain, started in comfortable silence between the two of us for about 5 seconds, until Yuri surprisingly breaks it.
So, what did you need to address with Monica?
Oh, that. Just had to tell her what we were doing. I felt it was the right thing to do, since this is the 3rd time I left the club room today.
The 3rd time? I must not have noticed.
She was probably too busy, absorbed into my book to notice my absence. Not complaining, though. Oh, that reminds me. Monica told me to tell you to make enough for everyone.
Very well then. I tend to anyway.
Ah, another background I recognize. Before I know it, we're both at the water fountain, about 3 rooms away from our club room. The hallway is nice and silent. Nobody's around to bother us. Yuri takes her teapot and starts filling it up while I wait beside her. Can't help but laugh to myself at the thought of pretending to be her bodyguard at this point in time. That's when Yuri looks over to me.
Oh, what's so funny?
Oh, just something silly I thought of. Nothing too important.
Care to share?
It seems a little embarrassing to share something like that to her. I don't know how she'd react. Well, let's find out. Wait a second. You're the teapot.
Huh? Oh,
Looks like I alerted her at just the right time as the teapot isn't quite overflowing but dangerously close to. She quickly takes her hands away from the water fountain.
thanks, Code. I guess that's what I get for not paying attention.
No worries, that happens to me quite often, so you're not alone.
Well, good to know I'm not alone then.
I don't think I ever want her to be alone.
Shall we head back for now?
Yeah, let's. With our now full teapot in hand, we continue our walk back to the classroom, but Yuri is walking a little more slowly than our journey to the fountain. I'm guessing she's being careful about not wanting to spill water all over the place. Taking that into consideration, I slow down my pace in order for her to keep up. That only seems like the right thing to do. Hey Yuri?
Yes, Code.
I hope I don't sound rude, but earlier today, right before lunchtime, probably would sound rude if I straight up ask her why she keeps garbage in her bag all the time. I was wondering why you keep so much stuff in your bag.
Oh, well, I hope you don't think I'm a hoarder or anything. It's actually the opposite. I prefer to be a neat freak most of the time.
That's cool, but I can respect that. I can't stand having my house be a disaster.
I feel the same way. To answer your question, though, the first thing I do when I arrive home from school is to take everything out of my bag and put only the essentials back in. It's almost like I'm starting with a clean slate every day.
Hey, that's a good way to put it. There's a really nice feeling that comes from having everything nice and organized, wouldn't you agree?
Oh, of course.
A few seconds pass by us before I speak up again. Hey Yuri? I know I've said this already, but I'm still really happy that you're giving my book a chance. I never really get to share my interests or stuff with anyone. I am then reminded of Natsuki telling me that Yuri wouldn't give her manga a chance, and a weird feeling of appreciation for Yuri makes itself known to me over what I just told her. I can see her smile slowly disappearing.
Well, it's nothing really, Code. I understand the feeling of keeping hobbies to oneself. Sometimes it feels like being trapped in a cage, whereas other times it's nice to avoid potential judgment from others.
Dang, trapped in a cage? I'd never thought of it that way. Well, that's one way of putting it.
Oh, speaking of which, do you still have the book I gave you yesterday?
I still do. It's been in my backpack the whole time. Now that I think about it, I haven't even checked out the name of her book. I really should get around to that. What if Yuri is closing her eyes? How is she balancing the tea stuff? Well, the thing is, you're assuming that in order to balance it properly, you would constantly have to look down at it. Fun story, actually. When you have something and you want to avoid it spilling over, like, you actually have to worry less about it if you don't look at what you're trying to avoid. You know, like, for example, walk around with a cup that's close to spilling. Like, if you don't look at it, it's actually easier to avoid spilling than if you do look at it. Because you subconsciously, like, overcompensate for everything all the time when you see the liquid moving around. Nice little thing that I learned forever ago. Don't know if that's still accurate. I don't know how accurate that is. It was forever ago since I heard that. It was absolutely forever ago. But yes, if you look at what you're trying, if you look at it, then you're constantly gonna be subconsciously overcompensating every movement, causing it to move around way too much. But it was a long time ago since I heard that. I don't know. Might have to double check. Don't take my word for it. Double check it for yourself before taking my word. Don't trust a random person on the internet to know everything. I should really get around to that. Oh, do you think we could read your book after we finished mine?
Yes, I think I would enjoy that. You've been quite the help of explaining things about your book. In all fairness, I should probably do the same with mine.
I'll try that out at some point. Fair. I hope you don't cause too much of a mess. I like that. That sounds like a good time.
But I still have quite a bit of your book left to go.
That's okay. I don't expect us to finish my book today. I'm certain we'll still have a few days left until that happens.
You're probably right.
Once we approach the clubroom door, I take the initiative to open the door for Yuri since she has her hands full. She gives me a bright smile as she walks in. That's probably her way of saying thanks, and it makes me feel all warm and tingly inside. It feels nice to do nice things like this for my friend. I like this feeling. Once we're both inside and the door is closed, Yuri looks over to me.
Good, I'm going to finish up making the tea, and we're both going to distribute cups to everyone in the class. Can you take care of Monica and Sayori for me? And Natsuki, so you don't have to.
Oh, thank goodness. Of course.
Excellent.
Man, doing this must put her in a really good mood or something. I'm guessing this is something she enjoys doing. Before I walk over to Yuri's desk, I reach down to grab my backpack from its usual spot, take it with me over to her desk. Once I'm over there, I place my backpack right on top of her desk and grab an unused chair adjacent to hers to bring it close. But this time I don't place it directly next to hers. Instead, the chair is placed parallel to hers in the on the opposite side, so that I'd be facing her. Taking a seat, I open up my book bag to find the book that Yuri gave me. Oh, this is gonna turn into a just Monica kind of situation real quick, but it's gonna be just Yuri. Just you wait, just Yuri coming any second now. Taking a seat, I open the book bag to find the book that Yuri gave me. Looks like it's a little bit bigger than my book. Its cover is a nice dark shade of purple, almost like Yuri's hair. A square is placed in the middle of the book with a concrete building on a grassy plain in the shape of a castle's battlement, with a princess looking out of one of the crenelles on the cover. Wow, how romantic! Just you wait. The book is titled An Unlikely Hero. I don't think I've ever heard of this in my life. I think I'll give it some attention another time. What's Yuri up to? Having spotted Yuri over near the closet, she seems to be carrying a paper bag with what I'm assuming are tea leaves, or tea bags, or something. Watching her movements as she's preparing the tea for everyone, she seems to move with such elegance and grace. This is something I would probably expect from Monica, but the scene in front of me is quite mesmerizing. Just like how stunning she was when I saw her at the lake yesterday for the first time. A smile makes its way onto my face after thinking about the events of yesterday for a little bit. But I am broken out of my trance as I remember that Yuri wanted me to hand cups of tea out to everyone. Yeah, I think it's time to give her a hand now. I haven't done that in a while. Placing my backpack on the ground to the right of my seat, then standing up for my Yuri's desk. I walk over to the now steaming teapot to see she's pouring tea in separate glass cups she keeps in the room. Is it time, Yuri?
Yes, but please be careful. We wouldn't want anything to break now.
I'll play it safe then. One at a time.
Oh, sagacious of you.
Yeah. That. Taking one of the cups over to Sayori, she grabs it from me and thanks me. Walking back to the surplus of teacups we have, I grab another one. Walking over to where Monica is, while trying not to burn my fingers, I carefully set it down in front of her.
Code?
Huh? Yeah?
Oh, nothing. Just wanted to say hi. Thanks for the tea, by the way.
What was the point of that? I found myself scratching the back of my head. Yeah? No problem? Turning away from her, I returned to where the teacups initially were, only to find Yuri patiently waiting for me. Should I say, saving the best for last? Nah, that might sound too conceited. I decide to speak up as she pours a cup for me and her. You really do this properly, don't you?
It only seems appropriate. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others.
She looks away and blushes for the square root of 64th time. Why square root of 64? Is that a reference I'm not getting? By the way, that would be 8. Yeah, Viking said it as well. We both got it, but is there supposed to be a reference as to why it's the square root of 64 rather than just saying 8? Nice reference, I gotta say. Rob gets it, apparently.
Especially for my friend.
I can't help but bury my head in my hands as my smile grows bigger. I kinda really like it when she says that. Taking a moment to recover from the sudden blood rush to my face, I take one of the teacups and carefully make my way back to Yuri's desk, with her following behind me. Once I take a seat at my spot at her desk and place my teacup down, the first thing I do is blow on it and take a sip. That's when Yuri takes her respective seat. We're facing each other now. Ah. Okay, it's just her sprite partially hidden behind the desk. Imagine if they pulled sprites from the Just Yuri mod. They could have totally pulled sprites from the Just Yuri mod. But they chose not to. Which I guess, fair. But, you know, would have loved to see it, right? Who wouldn't have loved to see that? That's when Yuri takes her respective seat. We're facing each other now. There's no possible way I can hide my happiness at this moment. Isn't she quite massive? Apparently so. Cup 2. That's a good old teacup. This was such a good idea.
I agree. This makes my time in the club that much better.
I can understand why. I can't help but feel more comfortable and somewhat safe right now, thanks to the relaxing feeling, the warmth and taste of the tea, and also being this close to my friend. I am known for chaos. There is no reference. There's always a reference. Life is good. Oh, I just remembered something. Without a word, I reach down into my backpack, pull out the chocolate bar I bought earlier. Tearing off the top half of the wrapper, I break off 2 pieces, place them on the desk, then break off 2 more and place them on Yuri's side of the desk. This is for you.
Oh, you didn't have to do that. Thanks.
This mod is a DDLC reference. Oh my god, could it be a DDLC reference? Oh no. I smile warmly at her and enjoy my snack I bought, to which she happily follows suit. Taking another sip of my tea, I take a moment to think about what's exactly going on. This is quite the situation I'm in. Chocolate, tea, an adorable girl in front of me. How lucky can a guy get? Would this be considered a date? I wonder what Yuri thinks of this right now.
Anyway, I think it's about time we get started.
I am then snapped out of my inquisitive stupor. Right, it's time. 13, 15 for me, but you might have just messed us up. You can't say the number. I know from experience, once you say the number, people leave. You can't jinx it. You might have jinxed it. I hope you didn't jinx it. We'll see. But yeah, no, those are high numbers for my channel. Those are definitely high numbers. Right, it's time. I feel more than ready for whatever info dump she's about to give me.
Alright, so most important, do you know what a verb is?
Isn't that an action word?
Yes, you could say that.
Their fault? True, I guess. They before marriage, he needs cheese. They're looking at each other before marriage as well. How horrible.
Almost every sentence requires one. You know, words like run, exist, break, the list goes on. This is important to know if we want to understand what adverbs are. Before we get to that, we must bring up adjectives. You know how those work.
Adjectives. Yeah, like I said earlier, words that describe something.
Exactly. For example, words like difficult, friendly, valuable, those can be used to describe a noun.
Memories from first grade elementary school come rushing back to me, mostly good ones. I remember what those are. a person, place, or thing, right?
Yes. Notice how adjectives are used to modify a noun? That's exactly what adverbs do to regular verbs. Tell me the first verb that comes to your mind.
Walk. Just marry this girl without even looking at her or dating at all. Totally safe. Did you? I didn't look at the numbers. Maybe one person left. Oh well, it doesn't matter. It matters to you much because you enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, then yeah, you can leave. That is always the thing. That is how it works. If you don't enjoy a streamer, you can always watch other people. Walk.
Okay.
Yuri seems to be deep in thought right now, but returns back to normal after a little bit, and also after some tea between me and her.
Okay, so slow is an adjective we can use for this, but remember how I said adverbs directly modify a verb?
Damn. Ouch. How does one not enjoy a CodeErr stream? Well, oh, I know, maybe it's the game's fault then. Let's blame the game. People were like, ooh, DDLC. Oh, never mind, it's modded. I don't want to see modded. Maybe that's it. Because yeah, of course, I am without any flaws. Naturally, anyone would enjoy my content, even if they sometimes throw stuff at my face. Yeah?
Well, turn slow into slowly, and that's how it works. Although I don't think slowly works sounds right. In that case, the adverb would come directly after to make everything sound proper. I hope this makes sense.
Some people let people be ruthless if they want to be. I can take it. Well, I understand how those two work now, but I'm still confused as to why they start with AD.
Oh, you're right, the prefix add. This might be a little bit hard to understand, but when add is used as a prefix, it means it's trying to bring you towards something.
I think I can feel my brain hurting by trying to figure this out.
When someone advertises something, they're trying to turn your attention towards what they have, and if something needs to be adjusted, when you say it needs to be tilted towards what you prefer,
Oh!
when you're on an adventure, wouldn't it seem incomplete if challenges and dangers were not presented towards you? Oh, I'm getting a little sidetracked. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yuri's actually kinda cute when she overtalks like this. No need to be sorry. Kinda like where this is going. A small smile replaces her apprehensive face. So an addiction has as a prefix. Yes, it's trying to get you towards abusing certain consumables, whatever. Diction. Add plus diction. Ah yes, it's trying to... yeah, no, that makes perfect sense. A small smile replaces her apprehensive face.
Very well then. To get to the point, adjectives are descriptive words placed towards a noun, whereas adverbs tend to be nearer towards a verb.
Ah, there we go. That makes so much more sense.
Fantastic. Now for a real challenge.
Oh?
Give me a sentence with an adverb, a verb, and a noun all in the same sentence, and I'll tell you how well you've done.
Adverb, verb, noun. Okay. Again, we can just use what we had before. We had slow and walk. We just need a noun, so let's add just a person. A person walks slowly. Is it not that simple? Is grammar not that easy? Oh boy. She's really putting me on the spot here. Let's see. Takes a few moments of thinking, but I think I got this down. No! 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 Why? No! Ah! Of all the sentences you could form! Of all the sentences you could form! Why? I gently opened the door. Why would you do this to us? Sayori then coughs out of nowhere. No, 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 you... I don't even know the crap of my own language. Oh no, Sayori, no, calm down. We killed her. Maybe it's dusty over there or something.
That works. Now give me another sentence, this time with only a present form, verb, and a noun.
Present form?
For example, roll would turn into rolling.
She does a weird circular motion with her fingers as if to demonstrate what she means. Ah, okay. Alright. Think of something that shouldn't be too hard. Think of something that shouldn't be too hard. Okay, what kind of horrible sentence are you gonna present to us next? It doesn't take long for another sentence to come to mind. Should I be nervous? Swinging open the door, I...
Ow! Paper cut!
Naz gets up from her chair and leaves the room.
Well, alright, I suppose that works. I'm glad I was able to make sense of that issue for you. And that's Yuri's writing tip of the day. I've always wanted to say that.
Wow, Yuri, you're so smart! DDLC reference. You can't have DDLC references in DDLC. Why aren't you the club president? The look on her face turns from bashful to one of slight embarrassment.
Oh goodness, I don't know about taking on such a responsibility.
They want to put up with your... Damn. Yeah, I mean, that's fair, I guess.
Monica seems like the perfect fit for that role.
Ah, yeah, I can see that. That much responsibility seems scary at times.
I concur. By the way, Code, don't you have English with Professor Holly?
Hmm? Oh, I know who she's talking about now. He's the English teacher for people that are not in special education. No, that's one of my special education classes.
Oh, I don't know.
It's okay. I had that class with Professor Julian, but everybody calls him Snow for whatever reason. Snow? Is that an inside joke that just randomly appeared in a DDLC mod? Yeah, anyway, Snow. He's really nice and doesn't mind helping me understand stuff like this. Rune, hey! Wanna stop by and say hi, what's up? Welcome to the stream, how are you? Nothing much is up. How are you doing? Hope you're doing well. I'm currently enjoying Our Castle Walls. It's a bit of a different game. It's a kind of... The beginning part was mainly a retelling, felt like a retelling of the base game a little bit. But now we're starting to diverge a little bit in the story. It's interesting so far. Definitely interesting so far. Conversation. That is a conversation starter. You can easily start a conversation with Mr. Snow. I mean, Snow is a nice nickname. I still don't know why he would be called that. But I do think it could be an interesting nickname. Maybe we will be enlightened as to the origin of that nickname at some point. He's really nice and doesn't mind helping me understand stuff like this. I can feel the blood rush to my face again. Just like how you do. Her lovable blush makes a return. God, I hope I'm not torturing her. That'd be bad.
Oh, you're too kind. I don't deserve a friend as nice as you.
Just like I said yesterday, I wouldn't have it any other way. There's a somewhat awkward silence between us for a while, before I remember that we still have some time left to read some of my book. Oh, what about my book? Doing great, and it's awesome. I've been trying to be careful which mods I play, because I want to be able to get true happy endings, even if it does have the chance for failure. I know that this mod has 2 different endings. I know there are 2 endings in this mod. We'll see how it goes. I haven't really gotten to a point yet where I can make any kind of choices. So, Once we get to the first section that requires some kind of choice, I will absolutely have to save it. And we'll see how it goes. So, oh, what about my book?
Oh, yes, we should probably get back to that.
As Yuri reaches down into her bag to retrieve my book, I stand up from my seat in front of her, grab that seat and carefully bring it around so that it's directly next to hers. Bring my teacup closer towards me, I then take a seat. Once I'm up close to her, I take my respective side of the book in our one-of-a-kind formation, but nothing happens for a few seconds. Yuri? What part are you at?
Oh, sorry, I'm right here.
She points to the sentence in the book where she last left off reading. Alright. That's why I start reading alongside her. After a page or two of reading, my focus on the story becomes less and less, as I can't help but wonder to myself what's going on in Yuri's mind as she ventures through my story. Inside Yuri's mind. Oh shit, here we go. Well, that's a Yuri outfit I didn't expect to see. Damn, okay then. This is the good shit. Yuri, what? It's a book about animals. So I guess she is viewing herself as one of the characters right now. Death by Snoo. It's a scorcher outside, despite all the various banana and palm trees surrounding me. But I can endure such an atmosphere. I have to. I don't know if that is Yuri talking or whoever we're perspective in Buffsuki. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think everyone's all over this right now. Down top, yeah. Ooh, matching outfits. I could cool down. I think it might be Yuri voice. I'm gonna try it.
I could cool down in the broken down airplane that lays abandoned in this jungle, but I don't think I have the time for that right now. I have an important job at hand. There's no turning back right now.
Airplane jungle.
My journey into the airplane jungle is about halfway finished, as I still have various resources to collect for the shelter that Ellie and I are supposed to make tonight. Brandishing my pocket knife, I begin my climb up the banana tree in front of me.
Of course she would view herself as the one character who has a knife. Who else, if not the character with a knife?
Once I'm at the top, keeping myself supported with my left arm and both legs, I grab my pocket knife and tear away at the base of the leaves, making sure they fall to the ground. And then I do the same for the various banana bunches that thrive on this tree. Once this task is complete and I begin my journey downwards, a somewhat familiar voice makes itself known.
Okay, what the fuck was that? What was that? Rolling deep.
Once I reach the ground and regain my footing, I see two monkeys running up to me. I know them, Candace and Joey.
I honestly can't wait to get back to DLC on my channel. I just need to take a break, so I should work on my health and be able to get the voices right again. Honestly, voicing can take kind of a toll on your throat. I know all too well. So taking a break from DDLC, definitely a good thing. Normally when I finish a mod, I take at least a short break from DDLC before diving into the next one. But for some reason I didn't do that after finishing Club Meeting Season 2 and decided to pick up another mod right away. And once I'm through this mod, who knows, Club Meeting Season 3, Season 3 collection might already be finished by the time I'm done with this mod, because honestly it shouldn't take too much longer. Considering all these individual episodes have been out for a while, I would make the mistake of doing them for many hours. Yeah, now I remember the whole story of this book. Rob remembers the story already? Okay then. Mistake of doing them for many hours nightly, yeah. Can kind of take a toll on you. Again, this is why breaks kind of important. But then again, I'm not listening to my own advice right now either, so
Although he wants to be called the Green Mixtape for whatever reason, I won't judge him for having a nickname he wants to go by. Hello again, you two. Canis is the first to speak.
I don't know what kind of voices to do here for these characters. I can't see them. If only they were other literature club members. Wait, it's pink. It's pink. Could that mean what I think it could mean?
Lady Yuri, it's good to see you again.
What is going on?
Really just voiced that, huh?
Right, I forgot he's known for his incessant yelling. Oh, I'm about halfway done with with gathering resources for today. Looking down at the banana bunches in front of me, an idea comes to mind. How does snack time sound, boys?
Sounds great. Just don't give Canis the green ones. He hates anything green.
Laughing to myself quietly as Canis rolls his eyes, I sit down, my back against the banana tree I just climbed.
Can I lurk so I can get dinner? We hope you have the rest of it. Yeah. I really hope you have fun, I assume, with the rest of the mod and stream. Oh, I absolutely will. And thank you for the lurk. I appreciate it. I really do. Look at this Sayori hat pats. She deserves all the hat pats. She's just an innocent little cinnamon bun.
Grabbing a banana bunch and tearing off 3 bananas from the bunch I've harvested.
Also, Viking, thank you as well. I appreciate the hat pats. You know I do. Where? I think those emotes are directly, you can find them on Rune's channel, yeah. She's the best little cinnamon bun. She is absolutely adorable. But yeah, as I said, Rune's channel emotes. And they're adorable. Alright. Grabbing a banana bunch and tearing off 3 bananas from the bunch I've harvested. I distribute them evenly among us. Which is kind of sus. It's been a while since I last ate today. I'm gonna need the energy for what I have left to do. At one point in time during snack time, a rumbling of the earth can be heard, taking a moment to figure out where such sound is coming from. So I scan the area to see a rhinoceros running towards the 3 of us with something green tied around its horn. From the looks of it, he also seems to have a giant frog riding on his back. Once the both of them make their approach, the frog immediately jumps off the rhino and bounces into my lap, happily making himself at home. Green text. Maybe Monica voice then? Yeah, but let's go. Ah, the schoolgirl skirt. So, going back to the other outfit then. Mix and match the outfits, let's go.
Lady Yuri, I haven't seen you in so long.
A genuine smile appears on my face as I carefully place my free hand on the frog's forehead. His rough texture doesn't really feel that bad. Winky, I'm happy to see you too. Sorry I haven't been around your part of the woods to visit lately.
No worries, we're all busy at times.
Soft croaking noises can be heard from him as he happily rests for a bit. My attention is then averted to the rhinoceros, who seems to be having difficulty with trying to remove the vines from his trunk. This is Rambi, a friend that Ellie and I made recently, and the soon-to-be recipient of the shelter that will be made later tonight. It makes me happy that I'm going to be helping a friend with his everyday life.
Hey, guys, I'll help you.
Both of the monkeys then get up from their spot and walk over to help him out. Canis takes the vines off Rambi's horn, but ends up getting tangled them himself.
I messed it up, dude.
Okay, and that was also just voiced.
I still question why he thinks it's necessary to shout most of the time. After a little bit, the vines are gingerly placed next to the banana leaf pile I've accumulated.
Yeah, the vegetable ropes I gathered for you, Lady Yuri.
They're called vines, but thank you nonetheless.
Anytime. I must run off now. I'll be at the West River Plains if you need me again.
I don't blame him for wanting to spend time there. There's a beautiful chasm over that way that divides the West and East River Plains. It's definitely a relaxing area. I should visit there again sometime. Alright, please be safe. With that, Remy turns around and runs off, as his next task for the day is now complete. Averting my vision upwards towards the sky, I take a moment to let my mind wander and relax for a bit. Within the company of my amphibious and orangutan friends, but this doesn't last long, as I remember the other jobs that must be completed before dusk. I think it's time for me to take my leave now. I look down at Winky, still at my lap, relieved that he hasn't fallen asleep yet. Will you be able to make it home safe?
I should be just fine.
Alright, if you say so. I then arise from my spot by the tree to look towards my other two friends and smile. Farewell, you two. They both wave to me as I begin my walk towards the broken down airplane. It only takes a few steps of mine before hearing that unforgettable yelling again. I swear that boy's never going to change, is he? Within the short walk to the airplane,
Your only needs a jacket with shoulders still being open and a belt. Basically this exact same outfit. Damn, okay then. Someone work on those sprites.
I take out my pocket knife again, as I'll be harvesting hibiscus flowers. There's an abundance of them growing by the old airplane. Not to mention a variety of colors among them. Excitement builds up inside me at the thought of being able to decorate something that I've taken part in building. However, once I approach the airplane, my excitement quickly becomes downcast at the sight of my parrot friend Squawks, who is taking shelter inside the airplane with a rather gloomy face. Hey, is everything alright?
What do you think of him? Emotional damage done. I definitely think he's interesting. Definitely characterized very uniquely. I have to admit, I don't really like his interactions with Natsuki all that much. But he seems to be pretty, have his heart basically set on Yuri.
That's when he looks up to meet my gaze.
No. How do I voice Squawks? Maybe Squawks is just gonna be MC voice or regular voice. No. Lady Yuri, is there any way you could help me out?
I can at least try. Please tell me what's wrong. He takes a moment to regain his composure.
My darling Perry is stuck in the Skull Rock jungle. She's got herself caught in one of the Squidder's webs again.
I know who he's talking about. Squid is a freakishly large, non-venomous spider that roams around these jungles, but he prefers to be called Shoes, as he somehow managed to obtain 4 pairs of shoes for himself.
Have supper and watch some Simpsons. See y'all. See ya. See you around. This MC feels like 2020 plus version of original MC. Bye. Alright. You don't like him because of his attitude to Natsuki, just because he's super into unknown. I am sorry. Okay? But I won't deny that statement. Okay? I'll just move on.
A troublemaker. Well, it's a good thing I'm heading that way in the first place. I'll go investigate for you. I was planning to go there mainly because of the excessive amount of bamboo that grows around that area.
President like him? Why? Yeah, why?
But now I have more reason to head that way.
Because he forgore every time? It's the mention that's what. And that's the reason to not like someone.
But now I have more reasons to go that way.
Thanks, you're the best.
I smile back at him and quickly make my way over to the dark cave that's on the opposite side of this jungle. I have to pass through there if I want to access the Skull Rock jungle. They don't call this place the Dark Cave for no reason. Inside here is much quieter than outside. No weather-related elements to deal with. Stones of various sizes are scattered all around the area. Stalactites cover the ceiling in certain spots, and there are a few obsidian deposits around.
Time to build another portal. I mean, what?
If only I had a stone hammer and a stone chisel, I could use both of those tools to harvest obsidian to potentially create my very own knife. I can't help but giggle at the thought of creating my very own knife collection out here in the wilderness.
Yeah, this is definitely a Yuri character then.
I could start a new life as an artisan, forging and etching my own designs into knives I make. It would be like a dream come true. Right. Back to more important matters. It's a miracle I remember my way around this cave, since I haven't been around here in a while. If memory serves me right, the way out of here to the Skull Rock Jungle is on the exact opposite side of this cave. One rather long yet peaceful walk to the other side, I stop in my tracks as I realize that I have a small yet steep hill to traverse in order to reach the jungle. Okay, this shouldn't be too bad. I can handle this. Taking a moment to breathe freely, I approach the passage in front of me and begin to climb one limb at a time.
Skull Rock Jungle.
One minute later, and I've reached the top. Exhaustion is slowly starting to become apparent and is growing more and more due to the heat I'm subjecting myself to again, but I must keep moving. Before I begin my journey towards the giant bamboo patch that grows in this jungle, I can't help but notice a very faint buzzing sound, almost like a beehive. Standing still to inspect the area, my eyes land on a noticeably large beehive hanging from a giant tree in the middle of this jungle. But no swarm of bees are present. Well, I know where to avoid walking now. Traversing through the varied wildlife around me, I make my way over to the massive clay pit that's close to the mini bamboo field, only to see a giant spider web constructed in between a mango tree and a likey fruit tree.
Ah, color text, it's important. Also likey fruit. MC had no idea what that stuff was, but it was mentioned apparently in the story. Interesting, getting the connections here.
Likey fruit, those remind me of my special someone who wrote a permanent spot in my heart.
Oh shit, here we go, the romance, it's coming in again.
Those are his all-time favorite. If only I weren't so far away from you. Oh, how I miss you so. There's that buzzing sound again, but it's louder than last time I heard it. What on earth is going on? There's no bees around. I haven't been out in the heat for that long. Maybe my mind is playing tricks on me. I should probably ignore it. There are more important matters at hand. One glance at both trees shows a yellow quetzal with red and blue feathers, stuck on the web, trying to break free from the impromptu prison she's found herself in. I think this is my time to shine. Approaching both trees, I brandish my pocket knife yet again, just in case I need it. Perry, what's going on?
I wasn't paying attention to where I was flying, and now I'm trapped here. Did Squawk send you over here?
He did.
Oops, accidentally skipped one line.
Allow me to help. Please hold still for a bit. Carefully grabbing a hold of Perry with my left hand, I slowly yet skillfully slash away at the spider web in an attempt to rescue her. After a few draining moments, Perry's free from the web, and also free from any remaining web that may have stuck to her. Taking a moment to store my knife away, I bring both my hands together for Perry to rest on them.
Thanks, Lady Yuri. You're a lifesaver.
She then playfully jumps around and gives me a quick peck on the cheek. It's nothing really. Now let's learn from our mistakes, shall we?
You know it. Where did Squawks fly off to?
He's over by the rundown airplane right now. Without another word, Perry flies toward the dark cave to return to her better half. That's done. Now for the bamboo. I cannot ignore that cursed buzzing sound any longer, as it becomes louder and louder as the seconds pass. Aggravated at the possible realization that I might be going insane, I start frantically looking around the area in hopes to disprove such thoughts. That's when I look up to the sky and see several dozen mechanical bees with buzzsaws for stingers invading the sky. My blood runs cold and my eyes widen at the sight as I am frozen in place. That's when I hear the trumpeting scream of an elephant. It must be Ellie, but that sounded more high-pitched and distressed than her usual tone, which brings me even less at ease. Within seconds, I see her running towards me at such unstoppable speed that I've never seen it in all my life. But her eyes are widened out of fear.
The music! How would Ellie sound?
Yuri, get out of here.
No, wait, maybe Ellie should be like the voice that I usually use for Miss Ida. Maybe that one? Yes, that's one I haven't used in this mod so far.
Yuri, get out of here. Chaos is coming. She's several feet away from me, still keeping up speed. Nobody around here drops the honorific from my name unless it's absolutely crucial. Looking up at the sky again, past the beast is a green mechanical jet-propelled robot flying through the sky with a stainless steel skull as a head, mechanical arms with boxing gloves attached, and saw blades that protrude, and 360 its whole body. That must be chaos. Several grenades are dropped from the inside of compartments off the beast above. My eyes widen even more. The latter of my fight or flight response kicks in, and I run as fast as I can toward the dark cave.
How did we end up in this side story? I pulled the MC moment. We're reading the book with, we're reading MC's book. Yuri and MC are reading a book, and we're currently in Yuri's mind. So, this is apparently how Yuri is processing the information in the book. She's kind of inserting herself as one of the characters.
As I'm running, explosions can be heard from the background, each one increasing my adrenaline. Oh, wait, Ramby's over that way, that's where the chasm is.
No, get out of here, it's not safe here. It's speculated that Natsuki is 149 centimeters tall, Sayori 157, Monica 160, and Yuri 165. Where would you be? Why would you want my measurements? In fact, I haven't measured my height in a long time, I couldn't tell you. The sounds of explosions are getting closer, as are the various agonizing screams of my fellow animal friends, as I approach the entrance to the dark cave. I turn around to begin my descent, only to see blood and skeleton matter splashed across the base of the trees in front of me. The sickening sight in front of me brings me to tears, which makes it hard to focus on my climb downwards. The thud coming from the closet sets me out of my story-esque reverie. Looking to my left, I get a glimpse of Natsuki lying on her back in the closet, which does make me a bit concerned, but my attention is then overpowered by my sense of balancing being slightly thrown off by almost dropping Code's book. Looking to my right, Code has completely let go of his side of the book as he's covering his ears and his head down on our desk. I can't believe the sight in front of me as I quickly look around the room in an attempt to think of what to do. Oh goodness, was I really that loud? Oh no, what do I do? I've never had to deal with this before. I'm his friend, aren't I? I should be there for him, right? With that in mind, I set the book down, place my free hand on his shoulder, and somewhat firmly grip, as if me applying pressure is weakening whatever kind of state of mind he's in. Code, is everything okay? After a moment, he seems to have calmed down enough to bring himself up from the desk and look towards me. That's when I remove my hand from his shoulder. Yeah, I'm alright now. I just don't do well with really loud sounds. Canon height is just my height. Do with that information what you will. In fact, as you know, I can alter anything about my body. I mean, for crying out loud, I can turn female. So I can vary my height depending on how I feel. I can be small. I can be big. I just changed some of the variables in my code. Okay. Very horrible pun there. But yeah, changing variables around is not that hard. It really isn't. Wait, yeah, fair. I just don't do well with really loud sounds.
I understand. As long as you're feeling alright. I was a little scared there for a moment.
It is then that the two of us notice Monica walking over to the closet to see what exactly has happened. So Yuri en route with her.
Let's see what happened.
Oh, sorry, that was still the Yuri voice. I'm sorry, It's weird. Because we're still in Yuri point of view. When are we switching back?
I'm fine, I only felt like a foot or something, okay?
Alright, just make sure you're not hurt at all.
I said I'm fine. I can handle myself.
If you say so. Now that I have everyone's attention, we should begin poem sharing now. We're gonna need some time for my announcement afterwards.
3:40 p.m. Back to our good old boy MC. Now that all my senses have returned to normal, I should prepare myself for poem reading today. But something else comes to mind. Hey Yuri, what about our teacups?
Oh, yes, those. I'll take care of everything when I get a free moment today.
Alright, good. Let me know if you need a hand with anything.
Alright, that's enough, you two. I've got some talking with Yuri to do.
Wait, where'd she come from? Oh, I guess Natsuki wants to get Yuri out of the way first. Maybe she wants to talk about what happened yesterday or something? I mean, fair enough. I then stand up from my seat, walk over to grab my backpack from the ground. I'll see you two later. I'll see you two at a later time. Yuri waves at me while I take my leave, which makes me smile a little bit. Now comes the question, who should I see first? I think I'll be more comfortable talking with Sayori first. We had a decent time today, so sharing poems with her sounds pretty enjoyable. She wrote a good one yesterday, I kinda can't wait to see what she wrote for today. With that, I begin walking to her, a smile still on my face. Hello again!
Hi, Code! Ready to share what you wrote for today?
Yeah. But mind you now, this is my first time trying to write stuff like this. So sorry if it's not up to par with you guys.
No need to worry. You all start somewhere, right?
I mean, she's not wrong. Yeah, I suppose so. Hang on, let me grab it for you. Takes me a little bit, but I managed to grab my attention at a poem out of my backpack and hand it over to Sayori. What's up? Kitchenshot is raiding! Welcome, raiders! What is up? Welcome, everyone! What were you up to? What were you doing today? I guess, hope you're doing well. Welcome welcome to all the raiders. I guess I should introduce myself again real quick for anyone new here. Yeah, I'm Code. I stream a bunch of different games here. My main focus currently is on Friday Night Funkin' and Doki Doki Literature Club. I play a bunch of different Doki Doki Literature Club mods. We're currently playing a mod called Our Castle Walls. It's been interesting so far. I hope some of you will find it interesting enough to stick around. So yeah, hello, VDAT Boy Max. And Malatek the Skull, welcome, and thank you for the follow as well. I appreciate it, I really, really do. And again, thank you so much for the raid. Again, hope you had a nice stream. Hope everything went well for you. I really do. So yeah, we just read a book, with Yuri. It was very interesting. Yuri was kind of self-inserting herself into the book, wearing some very interesting clothing that you would never expect from her. So that was unique. But yeah, I hope everyone's having a nice day. We need a shoutout command. We absolutely do need a shoutout command. I will add that as soon as I, I'll try adding that as soon as the stream is over if I remember. Yuri is sus. I mean, everyone in the literature club is a little bit sus in their own way. After looking at it for a little bit, she puts on a very shocked face.
Well, you pay less than I do?
What? After carefully taking my supposedly inexpensive poem away from her, I take a closer look at it, only to find out I gave her my electricity bill instead of my poem. Great job, MC! You did it! Twitch? Wait, that's a... Twitch has a shoutout command? Really? Let me try that then. I wasn't aware that Twitch had one. I guess it does. Well then, allow me to... I thought I would have to add it in manually, but I guess not. Oh! I guess that already happened. Shower was given. Okay, I didn't need to do anything. Thank you very much. I'm guessing that was Rob as my moderator. Thank you very much for doing that. Now I know. That makes it easier, because now I don't have to add something. Right, electricity bill. Okay then, that was an interesting facepalm sound. That was the sound of the palm of my hand splashing across my forehead. I mean, that is a little bit funny that I managed to do that, but now I think it's time to get serious. Yeah, my bad. Let me get it for real this time. Man, maybe I should do what Yuri does with her back to mine so I can be more organized. Alright. Searching, yeah, and I'll remember that for the future. But if Rob is here, I can just have Rob do it, so you know. Searching through my bag a bit more carefully this time, I hand her the correct piece of paper and she starts to read. Well? After about a minute or so, she hands it back to me.
Okay, not bad for your first time. I could tell you were trying to put emotion into your work. It's rather nice.
In all honesty, I thought it would be a good idea to write down how I felt about what happened at the lake last night. Well, thanks.
All I can say is that the format and wordplay needs some fixing up. Take a look at mine, for example.
Her smile slowly starts fading away as she hands me hers to read. Alright, is it gonna be a new poem? Let's see. No, it's just her Bottles poem again. I'll still read it again because there's no harm in doing that. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. Also, Maltek, thank you so much for the follow, I appreciate. No, wait, that's another raid. That is another raid. You are already here, and now you're raiding too. Thank you for the raid, I do appreciate it. I guess. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles all in a row. My collection makes me a lot of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies, digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up, and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. There we go. Hey, raised today, Dan, lucky guy. I guess I am a lucky guy today, and I appreciate it. Very good mood. Again, appreciate it. Is that with exclamation r self-made? Yeah, slash is from Twitch. Wait, what? Oh, sus. Nothing is sus about this. It's just a nice and easy, simple poem. Good lord, that took quite the turn. Definitely very light-hearted. Nothing at all dark about it. Hey, Sayori? I don't mean any disrespect, but this makes me feel sad for whatever reason. This feels like the opposite of yesterday's. I then hand her back her poem, and her expression changes a little bit.
I decided to write about feelings today. Monica always told me that perspective is something important, so I thought I'd step outside the box with this one.
That sounds like it takes quite a bit of skill. Yeah, imagine she just horny. Too bad that this version of MC is head over heels for Yuri. That's rather impressive.
It was a little tricky trying to write outside of my comfort zone, but I think I did pretty well.
Perspective, though. Rob raiding with a party of 4, that's your alt accounts, isn't it? That's totally your alt accounts, isn't it? I appreciate it anyway, thank you. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah, I've been told that writing about many different things really shows off your range. It's easy for me to write about happy things, so writing about sad topics was quite the challenge.
I see that. Well, you definitely made me feel things, so I'd say you've done well.
Thanks, Code. Isn't there a word for both happy and sad?
I swear there is. Bittersweet?
Yeah, that's it. I'll have to try writing about that sometime.
Heh, you'll have to show me sometime. I'd be willing to read.
Okie dokie. By the way, if you ever need any help with poems and such, I'm sure Yuri would be a big help. She's super smart, you know.
I can't help but blush at Sayori mentioning her name. And also bring my left hand to the back of my head. Again. She really is. She's helped me understand what I was talking about with Monica today.
Well, that's good. She's a really good friend, isn't she?
I don't respond back. Instead, my blush becomes even more apparent. I really wish it didn't right now.
I knew you two would like each other.
Now I can't help but bury my head in my arms for a bit. Of all the people to make me feel uncomfortable in this school, I didn't expect it to be her.
Alright, I'll stop bugging you.
Thanks. I think I'm gonna go talk to her now. And pin it too. Everyone's just joining in on the party now, huh? Everyone's just like, I can raid code too. I can do that. Why not? I think I'm gonna go talk to her now.
Bye, I'm gonna go see Monica.
Smiling at her, I turn to check out what's happening, mainly between Yuri and Natsuki. I didn't hear any shouting or anything when I was talking to Sayori, so that's a good sign. Like I said, I think I want to share with Yuri next. Can't wait to see what she wrote for today. Maybe I'll get to
Hey, Earth to dummy!
What? Hey, don't scare me like that.
I can't help it if you make it too easy.
Why does she have to be right?
Alright, cut it out now. Let's see what you wrote for today.
Removing my hand from my forehead, I look down to my poem in my other hand and give it to her. Surprisingly enough, she doesn't rip it out of my hands like how she did yesterday. Just like Sayori, she seems to breeze through it and then hand it back to me.
I'm not surprised one bit that you'd write like this. What's up with the sentence structure, though?
What?
I'm saying this looks more like a letter than a poem.
Well, this is my first time and all.
Oh boy, I can tell. Hang on, let me show you how a real pro does it.
Didn't she say something about being a pro yesterday? Whatever. And another poem we've seen before. Again, I'll still reread it. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her sing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg real bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Why'd she write about one of the girls in our school? Maybe it's a good thing I never talked to Amy if Natsuki has this much to say about her. Well then, I see what you're trying to say now.
I told you!
But why'd you write about spiders if you don't like them so much? And what's with "and I'm gonna tell everyone"?
A little thing called symbolism? Why don't you look it up sometime?
If she's a pro, then why don't she just tell me?
I've seen how weird you can get. I'm sure you have an unusual hobby or two.
Yeah, a few. Wait, shoot, that doesn't make me look good.
I'm not even gonna ask. Eric, doesn't it feel bad to have someone treat you differently all because you like something that other people find weird?
Yeah? How do you know that?
Bro, how do I know that? You even mentioned earlier today that I'm the only girl you know who reads manga. You see what I'm trying to get at?
Not really.
We can talk about this later, you big dummy. I'm gonna go see what Monika's doing.
She takes a poem from my hand and walks off to where Sayori and Monika are. She never did bring up the whole "I'm gonna tell everyone" part. Oh well, I'm sure it's not that important. Ooh, I don't remember seeing this background at any point in time. Looking around the room once more, my eyes land on Yuri, still sitting at her desk. She seems to have taken care of our mess from earlier. I hope she didn't just put everything in her bag. Since Monika is busy and I've already seen Sayori, I know what I'm doing. I happily approach Yuri. Hello again.
Hello again. Ready to share what you wrote for today?
Sure, just give me a moment.
Oh, okay, sure.
I take this moment to grab a chair close to me and place it in the same spot like last time, so I'm facing Yuri again. I really hope she doesn't mind. Okay, here's what I got. I hand her my poem. Unlike Sayori and Natsuki, she takes her time to examine it, her face changing expression every now and then. She then hands mine back to me.
Code, if I may ask, is this your first time trying to write a poem?
I'll admit, it is.
Oh, I figured as much. I didn't mean to put it that way. Sorry.
That's one thing I like about Yuri. At least she's polite and means well. Hey, it's alright. I'm not upset.
Are you sure?
Promise. Should I wink at her to further prove that it's alright? Nah, that might be weird.
Very well then. I was able to pick up on some emotions that were shown throughout. While the wordplay was decent, the structure of everything was, well, it needs to be changed up, right?
It needs to be changed up, right?
Essentially.
Sayori Natsuki told me something similar. Maybe I could see yours to see how it's really done?
Oh, of course. I was a little more daring with this one.
Ooh, now this I have to see. New poem? Nope. Again, old poem, just new handwriting. The Raccoon. It happened in the dead of night, while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom, the bread my hungry curiosity, the raccoon an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife, the very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited, or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we have gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread. And I feed myself again. Ha! One would think that Sayori would write about animals. Didn't she say she liked them earlier today? I don't really remember any raccoons being in my book. Ah, that's not important. Wow, Yuri, another painting drawn in my head, but this time it moved. How do you get so good at this?
Well, I've been at this hobby for quite a while now. It's definitely true what people say. One gets better with time, as I'm sure you will if you keep it up.
Heh, I'll take your word for it.
I find it interesting that you thought of my work as a painting. One could see a piece of paper as a canvas, not just for drawing, but also let emotions and imagery fill the page. A famous singer once said, "The beauty of literature, poetry, and music is that they leave room for the audience to put its own imagination experiences and dreams into the words." In this case, I felt like expressing one of my more unusual hobbies, which is why I felt more daring.
Unusual hobbies. Just like what Natsuki said. Natsuki never did probably explain symbolism. Hey Yuri, that reminds me. Could you help me understand what symbolism is?
Why that all of a sudden?
Well, when you mentioned unusual hobbies, that made me remember what Natsuki wrote about. She mentioned something about symbolism in hers. Don't quite get it. Yuri looks around the room out of nervousness. Maybe I should be patient with her, since I did ask her to explain something to me. Yeah, I'll just let the gears grind in her head for a bit. I'll be patient. That's when she suddenly looks back up as if a light bulb turned on, reaches down into her bag, pulls out a purple folder, then another piece of paper to give to me. I managed to give today's poem back to her, which she carefully takes as I grab the paper she's now giving me. Goes under the light. Oh no, it's ripped a little bit. It's yesterday's poem? But why this?
Okay, I think I'm ready to explain.
I nodded her my non-verbal way of telling her I'm ready. She didn't want to explain it on this current poem for obvious reasons. Yuri seems to relax for a bit for whatever reason.
Remember yesterday how I said the person in this poem was being symbolically compared to a ghost?
Yeah, I think I remember that.
Yesterday you noticed that the streetlight in this poem acted as a safe haven, as you put it. Clever word choice, by the way.
Whoa, she remembered that. Yes, that's true.
You see what is happening here? The streetlight is as a safe haven, the ghost is a person, the spiders as an unusual hobby.
Huh? I start scratching my head out of confusion. Where did that come from? Oh, right! Yuri already had a chance to see what Natsuki wrote.
Don't worry, Code, I'm also surprised that Natsuki wrote about the same concept. In her poem, this person she kept on referring to was the subject of ridicule, all because of something.
Wait! I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I think I get it.
Oh?
You're using a person or a thing, like nouns from earlier, to describe something different, right?
Well, you're on the right track. Symbolism is mainly used to express ideas and emotions without blatantly telling us.
Why couldn't Natsuki have just told me that in the first place? So, that sounds like an interesting way of being vague. Yuri seems to ponder over what I just said, as if it's something she's never thought of before.
I suppose that's right. Allow me to offer an example.
Oh, please do so.
Think of the rain clouds that form in the sky when the weather is just right. Do you have any idea what emotion could be resembled by rain clouds?
Usually when it's raining outside I become nervous and oftentimes feel restricted on what can be done. I think it's very calming when it's raining outside. It's even worse when it's accompanied by thunder and lightning. God, I don't want to think about that right now. Rain makes me feel apprehensive. You looks at me like I said something wrong.
That's not quite what I was going for.
She was going for sadness, yeah.
I was thinking that correlates to sadness.
Oh, okay, that makes sense too. I think I understand now. Thanks for clearing that up for me. Yuri gives me a reassuring smile as if she has accomplished something. Now Yuri, didn't you say something else? Something about someone being subject to ridicule?
I did.
The gears start grinding in my head as I indirectly stare at the desk in front of me. Ridicule, unusual hobbies, spiders. Finkel and Einhorn? Only girl that likes manga? Einhorn and Finkel? Is she really trying to say that the spiders are her manga? After hearing what I just said, I never thought I'd say something so stupid in my life.
There's a very good chance that's true, but I can't say for certain.
Well, I'm not gonna judge her about that. You said you wrote about an unusual hobby too, right?
Yes, sometimes it helps me put my mind at ease to write about them, since I often keep to myself about them.
Them? As in plural? Huh. I wonder why. She doesn't respond to that. Instead, she looks away embarrassed. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. My bad, Yuri. I wasn't thinking right there.
No, it's fine. Don't you have anything like that?
Yeah, I suppose so. There are some things from my childhood that I still like and keep up with to this day. I don't really talk about them though. I found out the hard way that talking mainly about esoteric things only makes people think differently of you and not want to be around you. But when you find someone who shares interest in such topics, it feels like you've struck gold.
So you've experienced it too. You're not alone in that regard, Code. When I was younger, reading was my main hobby, but nobody had a great interest of as great of an interest in reading as I did, which means I wasn't able to have many conversations about it much. Again, with the feeling of being trapped in a cage. That's what it felt like sometimes.
Gosh. What kind of stuff does she read to think of stuff like that?
There were a few people in school who shared the same hobbies as me, which meant I barely interacted with anyone. While I could barely make friends, let alone acquaintances, that's when I would find myself lost inside my books. They've always been a nice escape from reality becomes too much sometimes when people didn't want me to be around them. Many different worlds to explore, people to befriend, nobody to judge me because of how different and weird I am.
She then looks back up to me while I'm left speechless.
It wasn't until I joined this club last year that I was able to interact with people more and share one of my hobbies with others. Just like you said earlier, it feels like I've struck gold. Monica, Sayori, they've always been people I could talk to if I ever needed to, but nobody has ever went out of their way to make me feel included, to want to be actual friends with, like you have. Knowing that we share so much in common makes it all that much more pleasant.
I can't help but feel proud of myself after hearing her say all that. It's as if it's an accomplishment to me or something. But at the same time, I can't help but empathize with her about not being able to interact well with others. Well, just like what you said yesterday, Yuri. Nobody deserves to be lonely. And that includes you. She smiled sweetly at me.
Oh, you. Besides that, I guess the best we should do is not to make others feel bad about what things bring them happiness, as difficult as it can be at times.
Something in the back of my mind is screaming at me because of how much quieter the room has become, but I'm choosing to ignore that right now, as this is one of the few times my eyes are locked onto hers. She's more important right now. I completely agree, Yuri. That sounds like a golden rule to treat others how they would want to be treated. Speaking of which, thanks for listening to me, even if I talk too much sometimes. That means a lot to me.
Code, I don't mind at all. I too must say thanks because you're a good listener.
But I space out sometimes. I don't think I'm that good.
Code, you're good at a lot of things. You pick up and understand new concepts rather quickly from what I've seen, and you're not afraid to be yourself. I find that highly commendable.
Another dumb smile makes its way onto my face as I start scratching the back of my head again, just like yesterday when we were discussing poems. Well, it's not that hard to understand new stuff when you do such a good job at explaining everything. She gives me the cutest smile as she looks away from me, turning pink once again today.
Well, look what you've got going here.
Both Yuri and I quickly look over and become shocked, nearly falling out of my seat, to see Monica standing right by us. What? I shudder at the thought of how long Monica's been listening to us.
I think that's enough character development for one day. Come on, you two. I have an announcement to make about the festival.
Announcement? The festival? Doki doki? I look over to Yuri once again. May as well find out what this is about. We never shared with Monica, I think, right? Yeah, we never shared poems with Monica. What the hell? Yuri nods at me, and we both get up from her desk and avert our attention over to Monica. Literature club?
Okay, everyone. The festival is happening next Monday, and I know what we're gonna be doing for our part.
Our part? We're not gonna be doing what we did last year, are we? I figured
I figure we may as well, now that we have a proper number of members. I have high hopes that our performance will be better than last year's. Yay! We get to share again!
Not again.
Maybe I shouldn't be staring, but I think I can see Yuri shaking a little bit.
Oh, Yuri, you don't sound too afraid. The four of us were able to do this last year, so we can do this, do this one last time. We're all in our senior year after all, right, Code?
I most certainly am.
Not to mention last year's performance didn't quite turn out the best, so think of this as redemption, if you will. Hey, Monica! How are we going to make this year's festival better?
I must have completely missed this club's performance last year.
This year I figured that everyone should prepare something like decorations and such for the room. Speaking of which, are you all done making the poster to put on the poster board tomorrow, Sayori? I sure am! I'll take care of that once we're done today.
Oh, so that's what she was drawing yesterday.
All of us will have to write a poem for the festival, just like last year.
Monica, you know we don't involve last-minute preparations.
Ooh, so I have to write for the festival. But I'm not sure what to write about. Who's going to do what for the festival?
I was just about to go over that. Since the meeting for today is pretty much over, I figured that all of us should think about what we could do to pitch in on Monday, and then we'll make decisions tomorrow on what should be done.
I still don't know about this. We could end up embarrassing ourselves. Last year wasn't too bad, but you never know.
Oh, come on, Natsuki. I'm sure everything will turn out great. That's the spirit. Speaking of which...
I instinctively look up to the clock after seeing Monica do it. Isn't that what they call monkey see, monkey do? 3:59 p.m. Monica then looks back at all of us.
That's enough for now, everyone. Don't forget to write a poem for tomorrow.
Successful day at the club for once. Not bad. Having everything all ready to go, I feel like I should see Natsuki before I leave and let her know what Yuri told me. Looking around the room shows me that everyone else is also preparing to leave. Time to head to the closet real quick. I'm feeling a little bit happy about mine and Yuri's accomplishments today. Hey, Natsuki! Got a moment?
Maybe. What is it?
Just wanted to say that you don't have to explain what symbolism is to me anymore. Yuri did a good job at that.
Good for you. Now leave me alone. I'm going home.
Without another word, she walks away from me and out of the club room. Any happiness I was previously feeling has been replaced with an uncomfortable feeling like I did something wrong and out of place. Why do I even bother? After a few seconds of wallowing in my self-pity, I feel someone tapping on my left shoulder. Breaking me out of my trance, I look over to see Yuri standing in front of me.
Excuse me, Code.
Just hearing her voice is slowly putting me back at ease.
Since we're friends and all, I was wondering if we could...
I may as well be patient with her again. I need some time to think clearly anyways after what happened with Natsuki.
walk home together.
That will make me feel much better. Yes, I would really love to. That would make me happy. I can feel my happiness slowly returning at the thought of walking after school with her. Yuri lets out what sounds like a sigh of relief.
Alright then, shall we get going?
The smile that replaced her nervousness makes me smile in return. Yes, let's. With my backpack and her fourth-dimensional secret gadget bag in tow, we both leave the classroom, with me making sure to open the door for her, as a gentleman would. The school hallway is as quiet as it usually is, as Yuri and I make our way to the school entrance, with the occasional few conversations from other students here and there. Looking over to Yuri, I can't help but think one thing. Wait, whose house are we going to? I don't know why, but something about asking her whose house we're walking to seems intrusive to me, so maybe I should ask something different? Hey, Yuri. If I may ask, do you have any other plans for today?
Oh, well, no, not really. Just homework chores and writing for tomorrow.
So nothing out of the ordinary then, I'm guessing.
Yes, I guess you could say I'm pretty mundane.
I mean, I see nothing wrong with that, but at the same time, I beg to differ. There's nothing particularly wrong with that. Life doesn't need to be exciting all the time.
I agree. Now what about you, Code?
Huh? Oh yeah, I have to go to the 24-hour store. There's some unfinished business from last night I need to get taken care of.
Oh, the one just off at the park? That's only a 2-minute walk from my house.
Well, I think that answers everything. So, it will probably make sense to take you back to your place.
I suppose so.
Then it's settled. Doesn't take us long before the two of us reach the school entrance and make our way outside. 4:08 p.m. Oh, Yuri point of view as well. Okay then.
It's considerably warm outside compared to yesterday. The breeze is calm. It's almost time for the sun to set, but that doesn't bother me one bit. Looking around the school courtyard shows various students scattered around, along with couples every now and then. I don't usually become jealous of such interactions, really because I don't view myself as worthy of such admiration. I'm certain I'll meet my storybook hero sometime in the future.
You've already met him.
Besides, that's not the most of my concerns right now. I still have school and other issues to deal with. I also hope I don't get any unnecessary attention tomorrow, all because I'm walking out of school with a boy. After some time on our walk home with my mind still stuck on what I saw in the school courtyard, an indescribable weird feeling that resides just below my heart washes over me. I remember what Natsuki said to me yesterday on our walk home with her unusual choice of words. I then look over to Code, who's essentially keeping to himself, and flashbacks from lunchtime strike me. My embarrassing maneuver with the likey fruit and the unrequited display of affection. It's not that I didn't want to, I was just so thrown off guard that I didn't know how to properly respond. Now I feel a little bad about not returning the favor. I even said I would yesterday. I'm sure I'll get another. Huh?
Looking over
to Code once again shows a big smile on his face, and he's clapping to himself for whatever reason. I bet it's a good reason. The innocent scene in front of me is rather adorable, if I'm being perfectly honest. He almost reminds me of Sayori in some ways. Code, what's going on?
Oh. I just got really happy over something I thought of.
May I ask what about?
Well, it's just that all throughout high school I've never been able to contribute anything to the festival. I've always just attended them. Now that I'm in a club and all, and the 5 of us are gonna be putting on something to take part in the festival, I feel more important than years before.
He has such a positive outlook on the festival. I feel a little bit jealous about it. Last year's performance was very draining for me. I don't know how I'll manage this year. Having to recite in front of everyone again. I don't want to think about that right now. But maybe this year...
Hey Yuri, what are you thinking about?
Oh, I'm sorry, did you say something?
You've been awfully quiet ever since I mentioned the festival.
Oh, that's what I was thinking about. I guess I'm not as excited about it as you are.
I wonder why. If I may ask, how did the festival turn out last year?
Why did he have to bring that up? Maybe I should be vague about this, but also honest to him. Well, it was alright, I guess. I just didn't do well in front of people, that's all.
Hey, no worries there. I can understand that. People can be really weird sometimes. When dealing with them, either you know exactly what to do or you have absolutely no idea how to go about things, and your train of thought derails.
I chuckle a bit at his wordplay, but he does have a point.
I'm certain we'll all do well this year, especially since you guys have experience with this thanks to last year. If anything, I'm the one who won't do as good of a job as you guys. I have this weird feeling that I'll make the club look bad.
I don't really like it when he speaks down about himself, first at lunch today and now here. I feel like I shouldn't let this go on. Code, the only way you won't perform well at the festival is if you think you won't. Please don't be so hard on yourself. He doesn't respond to what I just said. Instead, he blankly stares at the ground as we're still walking. I was too forward again. It's not like me to...
You're right, Yuri. I really shouldn't be. It's just every time I've tried reading out loud, whether it be for group reading or presentation, things just seem to go downhill for me. I just don't want that to happen at the festival and embarrass myself in front of everyone.
I also have difficulty when it comes to talking in front of people, as I may have previously mentioned, but you're also right, Code. All of us will do an excellent job if we put our minds to it. I really hope what I'm saying will be true. This whole expression seems to change after what I just said.
That's right. Let's make this year the best festival ever.
I can't help but smile at his optimism. It's rather endearing. I find it a little bit hard to believe that he wasn't friends with Sayori at all before joining the club. The rest of the walk to my house is relatively quiet. Looking over at Code every now and then shows him with a very content look, and he's fidgeting his hands quite often. Maybe that's just something he does, but at the same time, I don't know if anyone else who does that. Thoughts from earlier make their way back to me, as well as what happened post-lunchtime. Why do these thoughts keep bugging me? Maybe I should repay the favor today. But at the same time, I'm not sure. Why can't I stop feeling this way? A spool running across the sidewalk breaks me from my trance, and I realize exactly where we are. Code, we're almost there, just a few more houses to go.
Oh, okay. I'm glad I was able to walk you to your place.
Yes, thank you again.
Not a problem.
Smile never leaves his face. Where does he get that much positive energy from? After another moment of walking, we arrive at my house. I reach into my bag to pull out my keys and unlock my front door. Before I step into my house, I turn around to face Code for what might be the last time today. Okay, do I hug him back now because of how today turned out, or not? I'm still not sure. Let's see what happens. Thanks again for walking me home. It was a pleasure. There's a battle of wills going on inside me right now. A part of me really wants to return the favor, while another part of me is desperately restricting all of my movements.
It was fun. I'd love to do this again sometime, but I gotta get going now. I'll see you tomorrow.
After waving goodbye to me, he slowly turns around and proceeds to walk away from my house to wherever he said he needed to be today. I can't help but watch as he walks away while a creeping feeling of regret makes its way into my emotions. I missed my chance. I had the opportunity, but I didn't take it. Hopefully tomorrow will be different.
4:30 p.m. Back to MC. I'll try to wrap up the day. I think we're getting close to the end of the day. I'll wrap up this day today. Leaving Yuri's house and telling her I'll see her later, I can't help but feel happiness afterwards. This is the first time I've ever walked home with someone, albeit not to my house, but it felt great. I decided not to try hugging her again after seeing what happened right after lunchtime, so I thought it would be best to respect her personal space. But she wanted to! I'm glad that's one thing my mom taught me when I was younger. Besides, the girl deserves it. I wouldn't want to ruin things between me and her. It's starting to get darker and darker outside, as it should. I feel like I should hurry up and get this little side job done before it gets completely dark outside. I still have quite a bit of stuff to do for tomorrow when I get home. Yeah, we need to go to an ATM first, then go shopping. Also, we still have the bills to take care of. Yuri's right, after about a minute or so of walking, I'm at the 24-hour store I was supposed to go to last night. Alright, let's hope nobody I know is here. Taking a deep breath, I step into the store. Taking a look around, thankfully nobody that I know is here. Good. Less people to interact with. As I'm walking up to the front counter to request 2 money orders and some stamps, something in one of the coolers catches my eye. Looking inside the cooler shows Itoan brand bottles of golden oolong tea? Huh. I don't think I've ever seen those before. I wonder if those taste anything like the tea that Yuri made today. You know what? I'm sure Yuri would appreciate me bringing in some for lunchtime tomorrow, so why not? Grabbing 2 bottles and checking the price, $2.50 each. Can't help but remember that the credit card I have is strictly for bills and groceries. I could pay them with my debit card, but that would mean more social interaction with Mr. Cashier Man. No thanks. Plus, it's technically grocery shopping, right? This is technically groceries, right? Yeah, exactly. You know what? I don't care. Once I'm up to the front counter, I make my request for 2 money orders, some stamps, pay for everything, take the time to shove everything in my backpack so I don't lose anything, and leave the store. After a few minutes of trying to make my way home, I make my way to the park from yesterday. My mind has been focused on how I'm gonna go about getting stuff mailed out tomorrow. My plan of action is probably gonna be to take care of this tomorrow, as I've got stuff that needs to get done when I get home tonight. As the sky becomes darker and darker, I enter the park and sit down at a bench to take it easy for a bit. Yeah, I'll probably end up stopping by the blue mailbox that's really close to here on my way home from school tomorrow. Sitting down and staring at nothing in particular helps me feel more at ease. Now think about it, I'm not in a real big hurry to get home right now, so I have some time to hang out. This is the longest chapter, by the way, so it makes sense that it takes more than the usual 3 hours. After about a minute of lazily relaxing and letting my mind wander, an idea comes to mind that hits me like a bus. I'm at the park. The lake that me and Yuri were at yesterday is just over there. I think I'm gonna go hang out there instead. A sense of excitement fills me as I make my way towards the path in the forest. Walking down this path brings about more excitement within me. It's almost too much to handle. The cool breeze, the sound of leaves crunching under my feet, and insects flying about help memories of yesterday make their way into my mind, which makes me appreciate this place that much more. I understand that Yuri won't be here with me, but that's fine. Nobody says that I can't go here by myself, and my parents sure aren't stopping me right now. The scene in front of me is nearly as beautiful as yesterday, this time with the moon rising instead of playing around in the night sky with its friendly stars. The same fallen tree is still there, untouched. Both the water and the breeze is as calm as it could be. Taking a seat at the tree and staring out into the water brings me a sense of familiarity and safety, of comfortableness and serenity. Ooh, new background again. As I stare into the seemingly endless landscape of water in front of me, events from today begin to play out in my mind. It was lunchtime when Yuri saved not only myself, but the whole situation. Making tea with her, having an impromptu date in the club room, reading together, sharing poems with her. Her opening up to me about her problems. Some weird feeling that's stronger than a warm, tingly feeling makes itself known as I picture her warm, lovable smile. She's one of the best friends I've ever had in my life. I know we met for the first time 3 days ago, but is it wrong for me to think so highly of her? Love at first sight, my dude. She's fun to be around, even if she does ramble on about the little things. She's so, dare I say, beautiful, both in her heart and how she looks. It feels like an honor just to look into her eyes. I know it's not nice to stare, but I can't help it if everything about her is just so admirable. She's nice, caring, really smart, and doesn't mind putting up with my baloney, despite how difficult and different I may be. She gave my book a chance when she wouldn't even give Natsuki's manga any consideration. The feeling of appreciation for her that I felt back when we were making tea has made its return, this time more intense. Can't stop myself from feeling this way. I wonder what she feels about everything. What is this emotion that has such a sway over me? Could this possibly be love? I don't know. Isn't it a bit early to be thinking about that? I don't know. Besides, I can't force her to feel any certain way. All I can do is be myself towards her. I have to be genuine to her. She deserves it. I don't want her to feel lonely. Nobody deserves that. Another new background, okay. I then stand up from the tree and look directly at the moon, which is still rising, ever so slowly becoming enveloped by clouds. Let's just see how things turn out from here on. Maybe someday. Maybe I'll be able to express my feelings. Man, that'll be the day, won't it? And another new background! So many new backgrounds right now! Taking one last glance at the lake and taking this moment to breathe, I turn around and make my way to the path to begin my travels back home. As much as I wish I could stay at the spot for longer, there are important things that must be done before bedtime, like writing a poem for tomorrow. Speaking of which, didn't Sayori write about feelings today? Maybe I should try doing just that. Stopping my tracks as soon as I reach the path, I turn around to view the scene in front of me one last time today. I will return here soon, I promise. Next up, Chapter 4, Our Solemn Promise. that will have to wait until next time, ladies and gentlemen. Friday, October 8th, 6:02 a.m. Code's house. What will happen during that time? We will see. Next day, next stream. Do a barrel roll. I'm guessing this is another dream. I guess the edges here, the edges are kind of giving away that this is a dream sequence. That was around for the last dream sequence too. Also, thanks for the head pads. Let me save it real quick. Interesting background audio right now. Cool, you got doxed now? Yeah, because we are at my house. True. I fully got doxed there, right? Alright. Yes, I am sure I want to quit. Now, guys, you know the drill at this point. Please, everyone, could you do me a big favor and stick around a little bit longer? Because if you do, you're gonna get extra channel points by accompanying me for a little bit of a raid. You can use those points for a bunch of different things, like being kind like Viking Soul and giving me head pats. Or being more like Spinne and tossing stuff at my face. In the end, it is up to you. Trying myself in the jungle outfit for me. I mean, if you want to, then go ahead. If you want to, by all means, go ahead. I mean, it could be interesting. Alrighty then. Who do we raid today? None of these standard channels are live. So, I'm gonna say probably raid a DDLC streamer, right? Yeah, I think we'll just raid a random DDLC streamer in that case. Let's see what we got. Anvil stoned. Just stoned. Not a bad bitch. So yeah, let's raid someone. Small DDLC streamer, if possible. Preferably English speaking. Those Spanish ones, huh? Apparently a lot of people either speak Spanish or they have a decent number of viewers. How about... Yeah, we could raid CodeErr. He's a VTuber too, so that would be a valid target, right? I guess there's this person with, what, like 9 viewers? I guess that's the lowest English-speaking person currently. The lowest viewer count on an English-speaking person. So yeah. We have found our target in that case. Let's go and do this. And raid. Let's head on over. Alright everyone, again I want to thank everyone so much for watching. I had a blast, as always. So again, we will go back to the 2 streams a week now. Maybe sometimes 3 if I can squeeze in a Genshin stream or something. But until then, oh well, a valid victim of our raid, yes. A victim of true love and compassion. Let's force it upon them. Until then though everyone, I hope you had a good one and I hope to see you all around. Until next time everyone, have a good one, bye bye. And bye also to those of you who are watching this as a VOD. Your support has of course also been appreciated, and who knows, maybe I'll actually be able to see you live in the future. I would certainly appreciate it. Until then though, bye everyone.